I'll make you famous.
Because I'm a cowboy! Oh, man!
Nuts? You thought?
And now, your mama knows.
Bruce, unleash the baby god dragon!
What's going on, guys? It's the 4th of July. Happy Independence Day. Happy ID4 if you guys celebrate it. I just want to say thank you all for coming through for our early episode today. My wife was trying to get me to drive out to the beach, and one of the farthest beaches away. She figured we could walk on the boardwalk and get some dinner, stay for fireworks. And I'm like, we don't even watch fireworks. And F-Cat was like, dude, if you're doing a show, I got some stuff. Red Giraffe said, yo, if you doing a show, I could join. And so I had to compromise because I wanted to do the show. I also don't mind hanging out with my wife as well. So we compromised. So I'll do the show at this time because it works out for Red Giraffe. And then I'll go to dinner with my wife later, and we're going to go to Red Lobster. So we got 2 Reds in the same day. But you guys didn't come for that. You guys came for another epic show with the Cowboy, King of Entertainment. So let me throw on this hat, and let's get it started. Now, guys, I'm excited because I went to the doctors yesterday, and they said I'm doing exceptionally well. So look at my arm. Guys, I'm able to raise it a lot further than before. Look at that. That's pretty cool. That's pretty cool, guys. Had surgery a month ago, and look at me. That's pretty cool. 2 days ago, I couldn't raise it that high. So I had a breakthrough yesterday. Pretty good. Every time I go to physical therapy, I'm getting better and better. Before you know it, I'm going to be back to kicking the bag. I'm not going to do a spin kick because I actually have to keep my balance by having 2 arms. And by me trying to cover this arm, I'm going to fall. And if I hurt myself, blah, blah, blah. But guys, I recorded a video yesterday. I actually recorded a couple videos yesterday. I recorded one about me being abducted. I know that sounds crazy, but you guys just got to check it out because it's a crazy story and everything in the story is true. Now, I recorded one about me going to the doctors. I had 9 different questions to ask, and he said no to everything. So I can't do this, can't do that, can't do this. But you guys see it. So just stay tuned for some of those videos. I'll put one out today. You guys let me know if I should put out the abducted one or the follow-up visit with my doctor to find out what I can and can't do. But with that being said, if you're new to the channel, yes, it's called Cowboy King of Entertainment because I do a lot of stuff. It's not just gaming. It's not just vlogging. It's not just podcast talk shows. And it's not just reviews. Guys, it's everything. So I do a plethora of different type of content. Got stumbled on my words there because I love to do it all. See, while people are sleeping, the cowboy is up making videos. Guys, I just love to entertain. And so carve out slices of my content that's for you. For instance, if you just like to watch my reviews and how-to videos, stay to that, right? What do I review? Well, I review movies and products. So, for instance, this cool little device I bought and I did a review. Make sure you check it out. My keyboard is part of my laptop, which is far away. So when I sit down, I can't reach it. So I needed something to be far back. But actually, I just bought this yesterday. Now, I don't really think I'm going to do a review. This is plain and simple. Or maybe I should. I don't know. But, yeah, maybe I should just do a 1-minute review, right? Not 1 minute, whatever. But anyway, guys, yeah, so the channel got reviews. I got podcasts and talk shows like this where I'm a host or I have a co-host. It's a lot of fun. We have guests come on, talk about a lot of stuff. My guy F-Cat, he is waiting in the wings to come on. Got some topics. You guys enjoy it. It's not just gaming because we switch it up and throw in other stuff. We've been covering the submersible Titan submarine. I was going to the Titanic and unfortunately imploded. We've been covering the alien stuff. Guys, we cover a lot. And also you'll get gaming. I stream a lot of different games. I like to do streams where I get my first impressions. I stream them for a little bit and then I say, will I play them again? 1 to 10 scale. 1 is I'll never play this game again. 10 is it's the next game I'm gonna play. So with that being said, if you're new to the channel, you got to hear a lot about the channel and the different things. But right now, I'm gonna grab a chair. I hope you guys grab a chair. And we're going to get right into this. Even this chair right here, I reviewed as well. So check this out. Go to my channel, check out the playlist. Now, if you really want to know what the channel is about, just go to the channel and scroll down the homepage. I made a bunch of different playlists to give you an idea of all the different stuff on the channel. So you throw the glasses on. I like to say what's up to the first people that came in before the show officially started. I call you guys the early adopters. And I like to give out the little cowboy. Let's go. Red Giraffe in the building, first person. He will be a guest on the show. Red Giraffe is a great friend of the show. He's been on a bunch of times. We like to talk content creation, how to take your channel from here to here. This guy just closed in on 50,000 subscribers, and last October, he was at 1,700. I know. But he always comes on. He gives his ideas, his tips, his tricks. So you guys got to stick around for that. It's going to be nothing less than epic. If you want to be a part of the show, all you have to do is click on this link right here that's pinned to the chat. It'll pull you right in. You'll be able to sit right next to me. Not right next to me, like right here, but, you know, in your own little square. It's going to be epic. My man Neil said he made it. Let's go. Neil is a great typically his time frame is a little bit further out than mine, so he usually can't join, but he usually watches it back later on. He always comments, and I love it. My guy, Mr. EVNFLM Metric Brawl. So Mr. EV, we'll do that. Give a shout out to you. Thank you for joining. Let me see. Bio's in the building. My man Bio. Wow, can't wait for tomorrow, man. We should be playing some We Wrestle Wednesdays and defending these titles and all the good stuff. It's going to be epic. Hopefully the aliens don't come today. Bro, it's wait till I tell you the story. My mom in America, so we used to celebrate July 4th. Oh, that's cool, Neil. All right, fair enough. Mr. Urban World said, we went from people being sponsored from GFN in the early days with free laptops, etc., to now people being paid by Microsoft. Knock it off. That is actually kind of crazy. I forgot all about that. But Give my man, Mr. Urban World, a shout out. Let me see. Neil said, Doc Dark had me fooled. Thought he had tears in his eye. Yo, listen, I had a feeling Doc was being silly. But I'm like, you know what? I'm not sure. And as soon as he started mentioning the different people, and then of course he mentioned me and K9, I was like, all right, this guy is silly. I love Doc, man. I love him. Why aren't you barbecuing? We don't feel like doing that today. Mostly Martinez in the building. He said, hey to Neil. What's up, Mostly Martinez? Neil said, hey to Joshua. Hold on, why am I doing that? I'm overdoing it now. I'm supposed to do it once for each person. Yo, ISO Motion is in the building. He says, sheesh. What's up, ISO? Hope you having a good 4th. He said, glad you're doing better with your shoulder. Get back to, yeah, man, it's coming. They said it's going to take me 6 months to be back to 100%. I told the doctor 4. So the Cowboy is looking to do it in 4. Funny thing is, my physical therapist said I'm out of all her clients, I'm recovering the fastest. And the doctor told me a month ago, he said, oh, when you come back, I'll be surprised if you could do this. I said, bro, when I went yesterday, I was doing this in 2 weeks. So he said, how can you raise your arm? And I put my arm up and he was shocked. So good stuff. I am doing good. I'm going to make sure I don't do anything crazy, though. That's why I had all them questions to ask so they could tell me no. But so Bio said, while I was doing K9's podcast, as soon as it started, I lost power. It was out for like an hour. I think it was a blackout, pitch black outside. Or sometimes they call it a brownout, but I think brownout is when they go out and come back real fast. ISO said, what's good, Bio? ISO said, them bots doing work. Oh, man, that's kind of crazy. Bio said, I'm chilling, ISO. I'm uploading part 9 of The Last of Us. I can't remember how many parts I did to The Last of Us. I think it might have been 9 when my wife and I streamed it. And I remember, I think it was like 15 parts for The Last of Us 2 because it's significantly longer than The Last of Us 1. Bio, dude, I got to catch one of your streams. Let me see. I actually record them as clips, then edit them and upload them. But I'm thinking of doing a live stream to Dying Light 2 on Twitch. Yeah, see, man. Editing is no joke, and I feel like live streams is kind of good because you just get right through it. Let me see. Mr. Urbo said, I knew Microsoft, Sony executives wouldn't pay YouTubers because they are already established. This is true. Actually, they don't really need that. This is one benefit of cloud gaming. It allows you to interview devs like you did, no matter how big, small the channel is. And they'll give you free products, subscriptions, even if the channel is small. You know what's crazy? It wasn't even that it was the people I interviewed was cloud gaming. It was because they were indie devs trying to break in. And so they was using cloud gaming to try to bring them in a little bit more. I said, what's up? Mister, let's see, mostly say we all knew you would beat expectations for regular. Hey, man, listen, thank you so much, man. I am. Listen, I want to get back to walking on my hands. See, I got a decent bit of space now. And if I wasn't injured, you'd have seen me walking on my hands, doing a lot of nonsense. But that's what I like to do. Let me see, I so much gaming, listening to a stream about to play my gaming laptop and waiting on food I'll be eating all day. Mister, what happened to you eating healthy, bro? Why does that always last for about 2 days for you? Let me see. Mr. Nice sounds like you big chilling. He said KFC for the other Mister. Bio said I usually just cut out long unnecessary parts, so that way I'll just okay, got you. Cut to the next thing that happens. So how long are your stream or your edits? Not the editing. How long is once you finish editing? How long is a video? Cowboy said I don't game, but why am I about to pull up Spider-Man on my gaming laptop in a sec? That's hearsay. Prove it. The other Mister is smiling. And this Mister said holidays are always excluded. I'm doing pretty good. Oh, yeah, that makes sense. All right. So, guys, I got through everybody's stuff, but I'm going to bring in right now my right-hand man that have the topics. He always come up with some of these crazy topics, and bringing in none other than FCat is in the building. FCat, bro, first things first, happy 4th of July. What's going on? What's up, man? Talk to me. Also, a question for you. Bro, my Stadia controller hasn't been working. So it's weird that it's plugged into my laptop, right? and I'm gonna plug it in now because I like to use it. So when I play videos, it doesn't echo, so I can still talk. So let's see if it works today. All right, so I get the orange light. I need the light to turn white, and it's not. So that is strange. All right, so I'm just gonna press the button in and let it go.
All right, I'm here.
Okay. FCAT, I need troubleshooting, bro. What's wrong with my Stadia controller? Is it delisted as you say? Like what's the deal? It's not working.
Did you do the update?
Update.
Yeah,
Oh, you mean
on
an
Stadia.
update like 5 months ago? No, I didn't do that update.
Yeah.
But that was just to make it Bluetooth. I plug it in. So for some reason, and it just keeps flashing the white. It just keeps flashing white. Like, dude, I just want it to turn on. So I guess I gotta find another way to I gotta find something else that I could plug in my
You might have to do the update. I don't know. I heard the update messes up the phone jack, the headphone jack.
You know what? Does my laptop have a my laptop might have a port I don't even know about. Hold up. I don't need that Stadia controller. Oh, you know what? I guess I can't go far, but that works. Look at that. Say something, FCAT.
Can you hear me?
Okay, it didn't work. Rats. Hold on, let me see something. Yeah, I thought I could just plug this into my laptop. Let me see. So, mic. Let me see. Did it connect? Why is this happening to me? Okay. Oh, headphones. All right, hold up. Let me see. Which device did you plug in? Headphones. Oh, wait. Maybe it will work. Headphones. Oh, yeah, headphones. Hit OK. All right. Oh, there we go. Bro, I don't need this Stadia controller no more.
Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you. Now, the thing is, the cord doesn't come out that far, but it's good. Say something.
Can you hear me?
I can, but you know what? Let me see. I feel like I hear myself echoing though. Yeah, I can. Is that me echoing? Oh, maybe it
You're
is.
not. You're not echoing.
Okay, anyway, we won't worry about it. I think I am though. But anyway, so bam, let me pull this up on the screen. So FCAT, we're gonna get into it. Guys, we got a bunch of different things we're gonna cover today. If it's echoing for you guys, let me know. Maybe I just can't use this. But I don't know why would it be echoing, but I feel like when I talk, I hear it.
I think that's coming from me.
Oh, all right, cool. If it's come for you, that's not a problem. All right, cool. All right, so guys, we got a bunch of stuff to go over to today. Let me just get to the chat real quick, and I'm gonna have FCAT play this. Let me see. With The Last of Us, about 30 to 45 minutes. Okay, cool. 30 to 45 minutes. How long does it take you to upload that, by the way? Let's see. I just put this on the screen. And then he said when I played Uncharted, it was all over the place. Okay, I got you. Let me see. And how many parts did you do for your last Uncharted? Mr. EVN said the wed giraffe. Is that how I spelled his name? I was about to say. Let me see. Biohazard said Isomotion Gaming. Get on my level. Here we go. Don't fall for it. He's a trigger man. He's just trying to trigger you, man. Don't do it.
Can you hear me?
Yep. Loud and clear. ISO says Spider-Man is boring.
Is there still an echo?
I don't hear the echo now. Good stuff.
Okay,
You're in the
let's
building.
try this again.
Let me just see. All right, perfect. Yeah, it sounds good. All right, we good. Wow, this is cool. I didn't even think of that. My laptop would have a Well, I don't know why my brain didn't click to be like, oh, maybe my laptop has a thing that I could just plug in. Damn, what the hell we used to call these again? I forgot they stopped having them on phones now. Let me see. 2023. There's no need for all the cloud gaming PCs. Cloud gaming master race. Let me see. Neil says, can factory reset Stadia controller by holding down the Google Assistant button and the capture button for
Oh
6 minutes.
yeah, you can do that too. I forgot about that.
So you said hold down the capture button. So those two little buttons, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, because my thing is just still flashing. I guess it's like trying to connect or something. All right, so okay, yeah. So it just vibrated, and then it is doing all the different colors. So it's still doing the orange color, which I guess that means it's trying to sync to something. Yeah, let's just see.
Oh, you can't sync it.
Yeah, I know. I can't sync to nothing. So I don't even know. I just want to turn it off. I just here, let me try to hold down the button and turn it off. Okay, now it's off. Let me just tap the button to turn it on one time. Tapped it, nothing happened. Let me tap it again. All right, let me just unplug it and plug it back in. See, I would like to use it because then I have the distance. Like this thing is I mean it's not bad actually. But if I got it real quick, it would snag if I wasn't paying attention.
Man, people still repping Stadia hard.
All right, whatever. Forget this controller. Yeah, it's just not working out. It's I guess it's trying to sync to something, which I'm not trying to sync it to anything. But all right. Anyway,
Yeah,
forget it. We're
you'll
good.
probably
All
have
right.
to do the update.
All right. Let's see. It takes a couple hours. Okay, Bob said took a couple hours. In Uncharted 4, there's 17 parts, and in the Lost City, there's 9 parts. So why you just don't stream it live, bro? I want to try being Mr. Urban World. A Spider-Man, a PS4 is the best Spider-Man ever created. Anyone who disagrees doesn't truly know gaming. Ooh, that's a hot take. Yo, Purple is in the building. Guys, just want to give it up for Purple. We had a epic show yesterday. It was just me and Purple rocking out. We was discussing everything from you name it, and it was a lot of fun. Purple added some really good context about the two guys that talking about the aliens in their backyard. She was like, if you think about it, why would they be so calm and still be at home? I was like, I never even thought about that. Yeah, you've seen 2 aliens. I probably would be out of there. Like, y'all not staying home. But anyway, let's pull this screen up.
Oh,
F that.
we got some compelling stuff.
All right, well, let's see it, bro.
So this dark circle, I don't know if people know about this. This has shown up like multiple times.
Mm-hmm.
But it's just like a black circle in the sky.
Oh, that's crazy. Yeah. Now here's my only problem. Man, with all of this AR, that could easily be AR.
So apparently, the way to create this is to do a Burning Man sculpture and light it on fire, and it makes that circle in the sky.
Oh, like smoke?
Yeah.
Okay, so you just think it's smoke. Like it looked like you're getting bigger.
But my this next video is
So
probably the most.
wait. Did they say that's not real? Is that what you're saying?
Yeah.
Okay, so they found out. Okay.
So this next one they showed still unexplained. This is probably the most compelling video I've ever seen in my life.
Really?
Yeah. So this is taken from 4 different angles. This is in Jerusalem, and this is a bright light kind of coming down, and it's right over the Dome of the Rock, which is like Jesus' birthplace or something like that.
Okay. So it just came down. It's just sitting there.
So it's floating. Then all of a sudden, it looks like it takes a picture or something.
Okay. Oh yeah, it just flashed. It flew up.
And zoom, and it goes right back up. And when it's up there, all these other little itty bitty lights start popping up and dancing around. Now this looks a little fake. This part looks a little fake.
Yeah, I think the nightclub in Vegas thing, that's probably the best that got me.
No, dude. Like, look at this. When it shoots back up.
Nah, man,
Let me
it
see.
just took like a
Right
picture or
here,
a flash. I don't know
and it
that.
shoots
Nah,
back up. But like
listen, that go.
when you listen to the video, you can hear the whoosh. Like it's a loud whoosh, like in the background. As soon as
All right,
that
well,
thing goes
all right.
off,
Let's hear it. Let's hear it.
I don't know if you can hear it over this. Can you hear it? Let me
No.
see. Yeah, so yeah, you would have to listen to the video yourself. But yeah, when I heard it, there's like a very loud whoosh when that thing goes back up.
Mm. So let me get this straight. It's that far away, and you can hear the whoosh that loud.
Yeah,
I don't know, man. I don't know. I don't know.
it's weird. It looks like it takes a picture,
Yeah,
right?
something flashes. Now let me look in the other one. So the lower left is really good, but let me look at the.
See, there it goes, zoom. Then it goes zoom.
It
You hear
looked
the
too.
zoom,
It looked
like
too
you hear that
movie-ish to
whoosh.
me, man. It looked too movie-ish to me, like the way it just goes. It reminds me when
Now
Superman just flies up.
this part is unbelievable. Like no, this wouldn't be right here. This wouldn't be alien type thing right here.
Well, that is weird. But that's my thing, though. You can't have half the video is real, half is fake. Come on now. But Purple said she was trying to do her best FCAT impersonation. Bio said, let's say I have to be AFK for a moment and someone joins. No. See, here's the thing. Then you just shouldn't be AFK, right? You should stream when you know you can stream, right? You make a time where you committed to
So I've been
streaming and then you stream.
did then I
Okay.
see I've been watching these three right here on HBO Max.
Yeah, messing with your head. Red dress, the sky is falling. Bio said, I'm not opposed to doing live streams. It's just easier for me to record. Is it though? Well, I don't know what your setup is like, but I know for me, doing a live stream versus recording, it's a lot more effort in editing and all that. Look, guys, here my dog walking in. She's going to her bed. She has 3 beds in the house, one in the living room, one in here, and one in our room. And she's just comfortable, just lays down like, here we go, ready for the show. All right, fair enough. That's Josie. Let me see. It could be either aliens or technology government possesses and testing them out. I don't know. I mean, I guess, right? Or some really good editing. LOL. I think AR is probably doing a great job nowadays. Um, because AR goes over regular stuff. Let me see. You ever see people walking around with a hat on their head in AR? It almost look like it's real. So just imagine. That's regular little AR. Let me see. I don't own a PC. I literally use what PlayStation offers, the share factor thing. Okay. Yeah, but you can stream from your PlayStation. That's how I stream from a PlayStation all the time. You know, that's when we Wrestle
What
Wednesdays. I'm streaming from the PlayStation.
what non gaming topics you had?
So I wanted to pull this video up, which was deep. So I'm gonna like play it in parts. So I know I've been going on and on about this sub, but I thought I listened to it today and I was like, wow. So it's
You saw that new animation they came out with it like shows like the blood coming out of it.
I did not see that yet.
Yeah, that one looks ruthless.
But check this out. So this is a guy who used to work for, they're talking about the guy who used to work for Ocean Gate and he was fired because he had too many concerns. And I'm like, oh, snap. Now it's an 8-minute video. I'm just going to scroll through, but it's like, whoa. Some ominous email about Doom's submersible emerges. So check this out. This is like...
We are learning of more missed warning signs for the company behind the Titan submersible that imploded on a mission to the Titanic. According to the New Yorker, David Lockridge, who was a former OceanGate employee who claims that he was wrongfully terminated for raising red flags, once sent an ominous email to a colleague about the doomed vessel, writing, "That sub is an accident waiting to happen." He also...
Now, hold on, let her finish.
added this about then CEO Stockton Rush. He said, "I don't want to be seen as a tattletale, but I'm worried he kills himself and others in a quest to boost his ego." Rush, of course, was among 5 people who died in the tragedy.
Now that's wild. So the dude used to work for him, and I'll just kind of give you guys a little overview. So he worked for him, and he had a bunch of issues with the sub. They go into detail, and this is a former email. So the sub is made out of carbon fiber, and they said to go into that depth. Not that it can't do it, but that it's not as sturdy. So he said when he would inspect it, there was a part where the carbon fiber looked really light. So he took a light and put the light on it, and he could see it going through the carbon fiber, the light. So and he was like, was loose. He said it was a mess, accident waiting to happen. So let me play a little bit more.
Now is Ben Taub of the New Yorker, who wrote this really incredible story, Ben. And you obtained this never-before-seen report by David Lockridge, the fired OceanGate employee, and it details so many issues that he found with the sub during an inspection. Tell us more about what he found in this report.
Sure. Yeah, David Lockridge was perhaps the only highly experienced submarine pilot who worked at OceanGate at the time, and he was hired as their director of marine operations. And as part of that role, as they transitioned from the building phase into the testing phase, he was required to sign off that this was safe to dive. So he was raising concerns on the factory floor for much of the latter half of 2017, and was just constantly being dismissed, at which point he decided he was going to take this serious inspection report, and he was going to detail everything in writing and submit it in writing to Stockton Rush, the CEO, and Tony Nissen, the director of engineering. Of the ballast bags, you had mounting bolts threatening to rupture.
Oh yeah, so listen to this.
More than 5 years ago, Lockridge inspected every major component of the sub and found that glue was coming away from the seams of the ballast bags. You had mounting bolts threatening to rupture things, ceiling faces that had errant plunge holes, O-ring grooves that deviated from standard parameters. Everything that could go wrong was sort of going wrong. There were snagging hazards, there were important components attached with zip ties, flammable flooring, and interior vinyl wrapping would emit highly toxic gases upon ignition.
Wow.
But the number one concern for Lockridge was that the actual core of this submarine, the pressure boundary, which is what keeps people alive at 3,800 meters where Titanic is, where the external water pressure is about 6,000 pounds per square inch, is made of carbon fiber, which is not used in deep ocean submersibles because under compression, it's a capricious material. It's not made to be used under compression. It's fibers. It's like rope. It's strong under tension, but not under compression. So he examined a section of it and found that it was filled with little holes. He held it was delaminating these layers. It was porous. He held a light behind it and found that the light was streaming through, and he refused to sign off on the dive. And Stockton Rush said that because you refused to sign off on this manned testing, you cannot do your job as director of marine operations, and so he fired him on the spot.
That's wild, guys. That is wild. So, man, I bet this guy who got fired, he was just probably like, man, this is an accident waiting to happen. And probably every time he heard they dove down, he probably thought like, this is going to be it. And guess what? He ended up being right. So, you gotta see the whole rest of the video. I'm going to, send the video for you guys. And, oh, this is so cool. I got a full-fledged keyboard.
So does that mean we're looking at like possible criminal charges?
You know what? He actually mentions, hold on, let me put OceanGate video. He actually mentions that the way he got off the hook with stuff, so it probably won't be criminal charges, is he had to classify it as an experimental submersible, and he had to start labeling the passengers as not passengers, but adventurous or something like that. And he had to put all over that you possibly can die. So like someone said, when you signed the first page, it said you may die 3 times on the first page of the form that you filled. So I think he's pretty covered, because you know people still signed that. You know, that's what the waiver is for. So I mean, if you got a good enough lawyer, I'm sure your lawyer could get around it. But you know, if you got a good enough lawyer. But
I know that. No, I was just saying because I know that they were investigating possible criminal charges. Yeah.
Here, let me try to find that part.
Yeah, in a way, he was doing the job. Make personal offense. Of course, this sub, the Rush is out. Stockton Rush does, saying print, and that he was being stymied.
To hubris. It was a matter of this kind of, you know, Silicon Valley years that this sub was not being constructed in a manner that would work under great pressure. You can build a sub that's experimental, but you can't take passengers in it. That's completely illegal. And so they structured the company such that it was falling outside of US jurisdiction in various ways. They had all kinds of sort of steps taken so that they weren't actually passengers. They were categorized as mission specialists. But how can you have a 19-year-old kid who's terrified of going inside?
Wow. So yeah. You know, they was switching stuff up to make sure, you know, they could have, you know, I mean, that's kind of like, think about it, right? Like, I know, I remember going on a boat for, like a little casino thing, and it was in New York, and you had to go out so far, in the water, so it would be considered international. And so, you know, that's kind of crazy when you think of it, you know? Do this real quick, but yeah, I mean, wow. But at the end of the day, I still think you know, people still have money, and people still, you know, was gonna get on there anyway and do what they want to do. So I mean, what could you say, right? Let's see. I just throwing this on. I see my friend Dave talking. But yeah, so that's crazy. So I just wanted to go over that. I wanted to add that because that was a little bit more. Like I said, I've been sinking a lot of hours into this story, and I thought, oh wow, because it was cool to actually hear somebody have what issues they had with the sub, and it give you an idea of like, oh wow, like my man said, nuts and bolts was loose. He said, you know, carbon fiber was tearing. So I mean, granted, this was a while ago, so that stuff could have been fixed. But he said, you know, the way he were doing it, right? He would, you know, call it experimental. You couldn't be called passengers. It was out of the U.S. jurisdiction. So he did everything he could to make sure he could, you know, he could go down because he believed in it, you know. So that was just interesting. I want to put that up. Let me see. Let me read this. Let me see. Let me see. His legacy is over after. Yeah, that is kind of messed up, you know. I think FCAT might be echoing again. He was. Let me see. He is going to get some money if he files a lawsuit. Well, I mean, the guy's dead now, so I mean, they could sue the estate. You know, no, it was earlier, and I had muted you. Let me see. It really screwed up now. Bankruptcy is knocking at their door in the next 2 to 3 years. I mean, the guy who owns the company is dead, so. I mean, I'm sure he got an estate because he was a millionaire. But yeah, it's kind of crazy. But yeah, I wanted to bring that up, so I'll get off of that. What else? Was there something else I had? I watched that. Let me check. I did that yesterday. Let me check mine. Yeah, that was like.
Yeah.
That's funny. I was gonna bring up that one thing, the Independence Day thing. I watched it. I asked my wife. I was like, "What is this from?" And she was like, "Independence Day." I was like, "No, it's from King Kong." She's like, "How am I supposed to know?" I was like, "Nah, you had it right." Yo, let me talk about this, man. My controllers, right? I haven't even had them for that long, right? And I got them both in the same box, right? When I got my PlayStation last May or May last year. And they both got stick drift. Now, this one is getting stick drift from the right analog. This one's getting, left analog. This one's getting stick drift from the right analog. Like, what the hell? And so I'm pretty annoyed. But I bought some air. That didn't work. I tried clicking in and moving around and all this stuff. I tried hitting the reset button. I tried uninstalling it, deactivating it, deleting it. But one thing I did last night, Mr. Herberol said put some WD-40 in it, this different kind, the WD-40 contact. So I was like, you know what? People said do alcohol. So I went in my bathroom. My wife, she used to do hair. So she got this kind of oil sheen stuff. I sprayed it on a Q-tip and I rubbed it all around the base of like the analog around it. And that seemed to kind of work. Now, I just wanted to play the game. I was up in the mid, like 4 a.m. playing Final Fantasy for a few hours. So it was working, but I didn't go move it all around and like crazy like to see if it stopped working, because I just wanted to play the game. So I'm gonna have to try and play the game and see if it worked. Now, this controller is really bad. Like my character, like, so the reason why this is more tolerable, the camera starts to turn around me, right? And I used to think it was Final Fantasy had like a glitch until I tried to put in a different game. And it just started randomly happening once I started playing Final Fantasy. So I don't know. But the camera starts making me like turn around me, and all I got to do is press it and it stops. And then as I'm walking, it start doing it again. It's not as annoying. This one, because it's the right analog, no, the left analog, it makes my character keep moving running to the left. And that's more annoying. So I'm going to try that too to see if it works. And maybe I'll go out and buy some of the WD-40 Mr. Urban was talking about. We'll see. But then I know somebody who said somebody knows somebody who fixed these controllers. So maybe I'll call to see how much it costs. But
from what I'm hearing, the PlayStation 5 controllers are more prone to stick drift than any of the other.
Well, yeah, because I've had
probably the only thing
worse
is the Nintendo Joy-Cons
before any of that happened. So it's kind of weird that it happened that fast. But what you said about Joy-Cons?
That's the only thing worse.
Oh, yeah, you know what's funny? I was watching a video and somebody was talking about the Joy-Cons and how many times they had to replace them and stuff like that. So I didn't know, the Joy-Cons and how bad they was and stuff like that. Let's see what else. Let's see what else we had on the docket. I know we're gonna have Red Giraffe is gonna come in momentarily. Oh, let me bring up some Final Fantasy before we get into some of this gaming stuff. I think it's a great game, but here I'm gonna pull this up that Lono had. I still haven't watched Lono in over a month, but I see all his tweets on Facebook. They're always all over everything. And here, let me go to my go to notifications.
Let me ask you about Final Fantasy 16. I heard there's moments in the game where you're just like tapping one button.
There's moments where a QuickTime event come up.
Yeah.
Like a normal QuickTime event. So I mean, you're literally tapping it for a few seconds. So if that's what you're talking about, I don't know if that's like a console war thing, but yeah, it's nothing like literally it'll have like a big enemy coming to punch you, and it'll say tap, and you'll tap for like 3 seconds, and if you're fast enough, then you'll block or whatever. If you're not, it hits you.
That's funny.
I'm trying to find Reforged Gaming. Hold on, I see Lono. Okay, hold up. There we go. Trying to find his a picture he put up. I don't even think this is his channel. Yeah, Reforged.
Hey man, I mean, I bought Erica. In that game, all you do is swipe your finger on the controller.
Oh, for Erica?
Yeah.
All right, check this out. Yeah, I never did play Erica. But a couple games like that. Like you asked me about Detroit Becoming Human, and then the game before that was or the game after that was Heavy Rain. So there's a lot of games like that where you pretty much they're like glorified QuickTime events. You just move the analogs around and tap buttons. But I'm bringing this up because Lono had a thing said Final Fantasy 16 is the game God of War Ragnarok should have been. Question mark. Hell no. I thought God of War Ragnarok was a masterpiece from beginning to end. And Final Fantasy has a bunch of holes in it for me. Like the story is so epic, and then the story would just go to just, I know spoilers, but like it'll be something crazy. A building just got destroyed, this big epic fight, and then the next part of the story would be you walking around talking to these kids, trying to get them to tell you like the location of stuff. And I'd be like, this could have been a side quest because it totally took the bar from here down to here. Stuff like that bother me with the storytelling. The graphics I just don't think is good. Like it's just not good. Like, and it's weird. It's like 3 people worked on the graphics and said, hey, when you go to certain places, it's going to look like what I want it to look like. And then it's going to look like this. And then certain boss battles is going to look like this. And the bad thing is the smaller amount of times is the best it looks. And most of the time it doesn't look that good. Yeah, I don't know. I think the game it's a love-hate for me because it's cool, but at the same time, I got a lot of issues like running, right? When you run in the game, you just push the analog, right? And it does it on his own where all of a sudden he just picks up fast speed. But sometimes you're running for a while, you're like, bro, can you run fast? And then all of a sudden he does it. So that's weird. I don't know why they didn't just make it like every other game. You click in the analog or hold the button. The game is good, but it just it has a lot of like noticeable quirks or noticeable stuff with it that is just like it makes it hard for it to be a perfect game. Like if I had to rate it now, I don't know, bro. I might give it. I mean, damn, I was about to say a 7. I mean, there's some epic boss battles. I do like that it's hack and slash heavy, but there's a lot I don't like. You know what I mean? So I don't know. I kind of want to go over that. I seen my man Doc Dark 1985 is in the building. Doc, what's going on? I say, hey, Cowboy, what's up, bro? Hey, Doc, man, I love your content, and you had me crying when I was going over your video, and I should have read like more of the comments because I knew it was going to be a Doc Dark moment coming. You had a straight face for so long, and then once I heard you mention TK, I was like, oh yeah, he's on some stuff now. Barbecue round 1 begins. Good stuff, Mr. Earl. He said Xbox said they might have a spot for you, bro. We just got to talk about a few things, like how much you mentioned GameFly, but the price is right, bro. Hey, listen, Doc, I was watching your video, and you was like, you guys need to come up with your own video. And I was like, you know what? I probably could come up with one because I had Griffin Gaming, Alex, oh no, it's Alex, a bunch of mischief, a bunch of big people was roasting me because I said Redfall is not a bad game. So I really could come up with one of those videos. You had me thinking about it last night, man. But anyway, that's Final Fantasy. Did any of you guys play Final Fantasy? And what was your thoughts? I don't know if you beat it or not. I mean, I'm like 37 hours in, something like that. And I gotta be close to the ending. I would like to think.
So yeah, we're gonna get into that later on about the Xbox fans are paid.
Yeah, we should jump into it. Well, we could. You know what? I'm done my side of stuff, and I know we still got Red Giraffe coming up. Rock is in the building. Said, funny you felt that way about Final Fantasy. I took off my rental list earlier. Oh, today, and I had a gut feeling. Sounds like a good movie. Good move. Yeah, I mean, Rock, you would love it and you would hate it. It's such a love-hate. Like I play it and I'm like, man, the action is so amazing. And then it is super repetitive as well. And then, you know, you get further along and you add new moves and it's cool. But the storytelling is just so long and drawn out. It drives me crazy. Let me see. Cowboy, you should, bro. Do it. You know what? I got a couple videos I recorded yesterday. So I definitely want to put out a new video later on today. Oh, plus it's 4th of July, so I'll probably record me and my wife going out to eat dinner. But I think I will make one, Doc. And I'll make it short, though. I think I'm going to try to get into 8 minutes or under videos. You know, maybe 6 minutes is a sweet spot. And let me see, Doc Dark. You're not even an Xbox person. You're more like a gamepad. Hey, Doc, she kind of got a point though. Purple, LOL, chill. You try to mess up my money. She said, heck yeah. Hey, don't get messed with Purple. LOL. Cowboy, did you finish From yet? Yeah, what you mean? Yeah, I finished that last week. I thought I told you. When I told you I thought it was better than Yellow Jackets. Purple, what's your price? I'm not eligible, Doc. I write the checks. Listen, Purple is my girl. Don't get it twisted, all right? You never told me. Oh, I'm sorry, man. Yeah, we got to talk about it. All right, so let's get this Final Fantasy off. Rock,
So,
definitely, I think you made a
yeah.
good move. Rock, I think you should at least play it, though. I don't know. It'd take you a while to get into it, though. I think it's a good game to play. Matter of fact, the demo is probably... Oh, yeah, you couldn't play the demo. The demo, I think, is good enough for some people. All right, so Halo Infinite has lost about 98% of the player base on Steam. Makes
So
sense,
here we
right?
go again with this narrative that if the player counts low on Steam, hence the game is dead completely.
Oh yeah, I mean, well, yeah, I don't
So
dabble.
the claim is Steam is the largest launcher on PC, right?
Okay.
And if the numbers are correct on Steam, then there's no way any other platform or launcher would be any different.
Okay, let me ask you this. Wouldn't you think Xbox has a bigger fan base for Halo? Meaning that Xbox fans would be more into Halo than the PC fans?
That's really interesting because here on the Cowboy show, we don't go by,
We'll go by what? Hey, listen, we just bringing it up.
We don't go
we
by
just have discussions.
rumors, speculations, and narratives. We test stuff. So right now, we're gonna pull up my screen.
Really? Okay, let's see.
Pull up my screen. Let's go.
Okay, let's do it.
We're gonna see how fast it takes to get a match.
All right, let's see it, guys. FCAT is about to press play. See how fast it takes to get a match. Guys, this is what we do over here. Good stuff, FCAT. Good play. Good play.
Let's see. Can I cloud game this? No.
I'm cloud gaming it, right? Oh, the campaign. Yeah, I don't think you could cloud game the campaign. But yeah, why would you want to see how fast you could get a match on the campaign? That wouldn't make sense. You would want to see how fast you could get a match on the multiplayer.
Well, it's together.
Mm-hmm. Oh yeah, I'm sorry,
have
Mr.
to
Overall.
uninstall it.
You gotta uninstall it. Look, see, FCAT, you was getting extra points, and now you just fell down. Maker Chaos in the building said, it's okay, Cowboy. I don't think Final Fantasy 16 is as good as God of War either. Yeah, you know what? I just think God of War is a more put together package. That's all. Like from beginning to end, it was really solid. And like cutscenes, graphics, it was solid. The storytelling was solid, the action was solid. It was just like you purchase, like you make a purchase for a product and you're like, whoa, this was a good product. And I felt like there's just too many ups and downs and inconsistencies with Final Fantasy for me. But I got to be close to beating it.
Let's try it this way. Let's try it this way.
Okay.
Last on the website didn't work.
Yo. Hey, Purple, he said it, not me. I guess Fortnite is dead game since it isn't even on Steam. LOL. Come on, Red. You know Fortnite is still clapping cheeks.
We don't go by console war narrative here, so we're gonna test this out.
Yeah, definitely. I like to bring up the console wars, but that's not a driving force on this show. Not on this show.
Nah, it looks like it's not working.
Man, am I gonna have to sign up for Game Pass to do it? When does Exo Primal come out? Anyway,
that should be launching real soon. Actually,
it was like the July 14th, I think, something like that. Let's see. Neil said Steam players have had to buy Halo Infinite though, so they should play it longer than someone who gets it for free on Game Pass. I don't see the I disagree with that, Jay.
I'll just do this the hard way.
Okay, I disagree with that. I think just because you get it free doesn't mean how long you'll play it. If you were into the game, like let's say I was a fan of Halo and I already pay for Game Pass, so then I'm gonna get it. Now, if I wasn't a fan of Halo and I got Game Pass and I just tried Halo, then yeah, I probably won't be playing it that long. So I see where you're going with it because you paid for it on Steam, so that you was more into that purchase. But I think some people on Game Pass could still be into the game as well. I won't say everybody. I'll say that. Red Giraffe, well, you mentioned that the 500 subscriber thing when you mentioned the 500 sub requirement when you go live. Yeah, I'm sure we're going to get into that. Definitely. Let me see. Purple say solid assumption. Red said, yes, I will. Let's see. Don't forget this Christmas, we shall meet Red Giraffe. Oh, this Christmas we meet in Red. Okay, all right. Mr. Urban, you might. They recently changed the Shorts algorithm. It takes longer for smaller channels to get views from Shorts now, which I plan to discuss. Ooh, nice, good stuff. But maybe Steam players have bigger choice of games than an Xbox player, so move on more quickly. I don't know. Well, the thing is, how many games? That's an interesting thought. I don't know, because think about it, right? If you're a Game Pass player, you pay $15, right? And you got so many games to choose from for $15 a month. Whereas, like you said with Steam, you got to pay for a game. So yeah, you have many choices, but your choices actually becomes more narrow because if you got to think about how you got to spend money. So think about it. If I looked at 100 games, I know I'm not going to buy 100 games. So my choices really isn't that big, right? But if I'm on Game Pass for $15, I got like 400 games that I can just press play and play, right? So I think actually that works in reverse.
So already we found a match that was
Okay.
probably like less than a second. That was probably like a nanosecond.
But you already found the match. Is it full with players? Is it pulling you in?
Yep.
Okay, well let's wait. Let's wait and see the match start. Because I only see two, but a game list. I see one person name. Right? Is that?
No, the match will start.
Okay. All right, we did it here live. That sentence I sent was horrible. We need an edit. LOL. Thanks, Jay. No, I definitely was hearing your point, but in my mind, I was thinking like, I think the Game Pass people got more options just because when you figure out the money versus how many games you could get. All right, cool. So look at that. Got a game right away on Xbox. Good stuff. All right, what else you got, FCat?
Yeah. I think people bringing back up again. Unfortunately.
Baldur's Gate 3 devs says Xbox version still coming, but compromises may have to be made. Well,
so the release date got pushed up a little bit. And everybody seems to be blaming for PlayStation.
Okay.
And so they said they're still trying to work on Series S version. They're having trouble with the split screen.
Well, I mean, at the end of the day, that's the requirement. You know, on Xbox, you're required to make a version for the S and the X. So, you know.
I saw an article earlier. I think it was either today or something. They're talking about the direct storage and stuff also might be causing problems also.
Yeah, so PlayStation release got pushed back for Baldur's Gate. It got pushed back to September 6th. Let me see. I just noticed Jose in your background. Oh, Josie. Yeah, you spelled that wrong. I was like, Jose. Yeah, actually, it's funny. You should have seen earlier. She walked right in, went to her bed, and laid down. So it was kind of cool. All right. Anything else? Because okay, because my man
We
Red
can
Giraffe
move
is
on.
ready to go. All right. So Ubisoft reveals new blockchain game, Champions Tactic. So this is what do they call it again?
NFT.
NFT. There you go.
Yep. This is the NFT game. Are you? Anybody wants to buy this game? Why didn't Ubisoft show this during the showcase?
Yeah, because probably it's just a different demographic. They're going after with a
Yeah, I don't
NFT
know.
game. But I don't have a problem with NFT game. I think if you want to pay for it, pay for it. You know.
Scam game.
Yeah. All right.
Yeah,
Anything?
we can move on.
All right, cool. Because how much? What other stuff you got?
This is the last one.
All right, cool. Last one, and then I'm bringing my guy Red Giraffe in. So Xbox fans are paid, says former World of Warcraft designer. So yeah, this was circulating, and apparently they're saying that some of the Xbox fans you see all over are actually bots, right? And then some people are actually being paid. So what more you got on that, FCat? I thought Doc Dark had a funny little video
To
about
me,
it.
it feels like the hardcore diehard like Stadia crowd like just leaked over into the Xbox fans and now they're
Oh,
championing them.
oh no, no. Then you just got into video games because there's been diehard people since the start. Like that's just gamers. They that's just human beings actually, tribalists. You know, you like something, it got to be better than your friends, whatever your friend
So
has.
also what he mentioned, he said don't sleep on AI because they can
Mm,
come up with technology with the AI to make fake accounts that looks
mhm,
like every other person,
mm.
which I came across this article today. Google says it'll scrap everything you post online for AI.
That's such a strange thing. I was reading that when you sent it to me, and I was like, wait, what? Mr. Irvin said, I feel like something will eventually go wrong with blockchain gaming. I don't know what it is, but we'll find out one day. Definitely want to say what's up to my guy. C is in the building. Chariot Man Game is in the building. Let me see. Sega versus Nintendo will always be the best console war era. Yeah, I agree. I agree.
So basically, they could just have AI learning from like how people post on Twitter and stuff,
Mm-hmm.
and create like fake bots and fake ponies, and just to kind of to try to shift I guess let's say the market.
Well, it's all about views. It's all about you giving, and I'm sure Red Giraffe is going to get into that. But it's all about views. Like, let's say you have a channel, or you have, let's say Google, they own YouTube, right? It's all about how many views you could show your investors. So your investor want to put advertisements but here's the problem though: if your views are all fake, then your investors like, oh man, you guys went up by like 23%. Right? We definitely want to put more ads, but then you're going to have less people purchasing stuff because these AIs aren't real people with real bank accounts. So that might be an issue. So that's actually kind of silly if Google would think they would. I'm sure they didn't say it, you said it, but it would be silly if they want to
So
replace people with AI because it wouldn't pan
so
out.
and I had another question. Um, I don't know if you heard about it, Cowboy,
Mm-hmm.
but the whole Twitter the limit thing.
Yeah, the 600 thing.
Yeah. Now you have to pay.
Yeah, if you're on a thread and it's more than 600, what is it? What 600 characters or six? I can't
Yeah,
remember. Is it characters?
no, it's like
Or
how much you
600
can
the thread.
scroll.
Yeah, it's so
I
much you
think.
could scroll down, and eventually you got to pay in order to see the rest of the conversation. So that's an
That's
interesting
crazy.
thing to make somebody pay for. I always think of like if I had a business and I made people pay, I want them to feel like they're getting some type of substance out of it. And I guess, yeah, if you feel like that thread is so popular, I guess you would you can't help it. You're like, I need to know more. I
So
need to add to it. So, but look, Maker
Instagram,
said, didn't the
Instagram,
Xbox
yeah.
social media manager debunk that about the Xbox people getting paid? That I don't know.
He pretty much called out the World of Warcraft. Mike Cerny, and no, it's not Mike Cerny. It's
It's not
some
just in the
grub
conversation. It was after
guy. No,
600 posts you viewed. Okay. It's 600 posts on one thread or 600 posts.
So there's also Instagram threads coming out, and that you have to accept like all kind of permissions.
Man, I don't know. Anyways, but so we're gonna switch gears. FK, I don't know if you want to stick around for this, but I got Red is gonna be my special guest, and I want to give him the floor. So first, I want to congratulate him on his big feat of getting to 50k subscribers. So let me let him get the floor, and if you want to come back on, you can. But I want to give him the floor, give him his space,
Yeah, go ahead.
and we chop it up. But FCat, as usual, guys, give it up for FCat. As usual, there's a little short.
We don't have too much. We're hoping tomorrow we get some kind of decision from the FTC judge, and I guess we'll come back hopefully Thursday. Yeah. I don't know if I'll be home Thursday,
but I will have to stream a little bit later. I go back to work tomorrow, and so I'm gonna have physical therapy at 5. So maybe physical therapy is usually about an hour. So you figure I'll do physical therapy, come home. Maybe I'll be streaming like an hour late. So I don't think that'd be that bad. But anyway, FCat, again, thanks again for coming on. And we're gonna jump 600 posts, period. Okay, thank you. All right, guys.
But, yeah, like who scrolls down comments that long? Like you have no life.
Well, nobody says 600 posts, period. So if you get up to 600 posts, which I mean, that'd take a while, but still, you'll get there eventually. You know? He said, OMG, Red Giraffe is gonna be live. Yes, Red Giraffe is coming. But all right, here we go.
I'll jump out of here.
All right, man. Later. Mr. 1K subs by Christmas. Oh, that's what you was talking about. By Christmas. All right, guys. So coming in right now is a very, very close friend of the show. Close friend of mine, so much so that he is one of the people I plan on meeting in person when I move. And it's gonna be cool. We definitely have a video about that. I'll be moving next year at some point to Florida. He lives in Alabama, but he has done something amazing. And to tell the story briefly before he comes in, almost a year ago, last October, I remember him and I were both at 1,700 subscribers. And today he's at 50,000. So you guys do the math. He's been coming on here over time, always gives some good insight, good information about YouTube, his passion for YouTube, and also his passion for Fortnite as well. But we'll get into that. So coming in right now, none other than my guy, Red Giraffe. Red, what is going on, man? You had me cracking up today when I was watching your Fortnite stream and you was just reading random things. That was cool. And I think you are muted.
Yo, what's up?
There you go. Cool. So what gave you the idea to do that? Did somebody tell you should do that, or?
Well, actually, I got a friend that did that yesterday, and I actually liked his idea. So, like the last hour of the stream, I was just like, I'm just gonna read comments and just go into random squad games, and if they have mics, then that's what I'm basically gonna do. I'm basically gonna read everything my chat says, family friendly. I mean, some of those guys were not family friendly, but.
Well, I think what was cool was you was like, hey, my 1-year-old daughter's right here, you know. So you guys, they was like, oh, my bad. The guy was like, okay, copy, over, out. And so it's kind of cool that people was like, oh yeah, cool. So that was a good little thing. But they was like, are you a streamer or something? You was like, nah, I'm not. I was cracking up. That's funny. Yeah. But man, first of all, how are you doing? You got the house to yourself for, you said, a week and a half that your wife has been out. So you just been chilling with your daughter?
Well, they both went up to Illinois. The only reason I couldn't go is because I just started the IT job back in the end of May. So I couldn't take off time. This plus I gotta make it to 90 days before I basically get like benefits or anything like that. So I really can't be taking off time before that 90 days, especially.
Yep, the 90-day probation. Yeah.
Yep.
How do you like the job?
That's pretty good. I mean,
cool.
It's definitely not like a forever job.
Right.
Because like you're on call all the time. And so it's like, even during this podcast, I mean, there might be some time where they're like, the store went down and me and this other guy, we got to go and scramble and get over there. But hopefully that doesn't happen. But I mean, I just don't want to live the rest of my life just like, always contained to be like, oh, I got to wait by the phone to fix a gas station or to fix a pump or anything like that. So, I mean, I eventually want to go, I'm gonna do this job for about 5 to 6 years, and eventually I plan to become a teacher. I'm gonna get my master's degree again. Master's degree from a bachelor's degree, so I can actually be a teacher this time instead of not having my certificate and just being a state of emergency hire. And so I'm gonna plan on to do that, and then I have bigger plans than that, like to own 2 businesses in my city. I also have a plan to be governor of the United States and eventually president of the United States against none other than who I say my father is, Mr. Beast, in 2036. So we'll see how that goes. Because
listen, man,
that'll be crazy.
I'll say this, Red. Since I met you, man, you are one of the most driven people I know. And I think drive is what we need to make accomplishments. And so you definitely got that down. And I used to tell my kids, man, a man with a plan can never be defeated, even if you have to switch that plan up. So I love it. You always got plans. You always got short-term goals, long-term goals, and you focus on them and you deviate when you have to. And so I think it's cool, man. So just want to definitely, thank you for coming on as usual. And, for people, I think I Left Chaos he said, yo, Red. So I'm not familiar with that person. I'm assuming they came over for you.
Yeah, I believe so. I put it in the Discord that if anybody wants to know like tips, like I put in the Discord, like if you want to know tips about how to be a successful YouTuber, I'm not a successful YouTuber like the means of like Mr. Beast, PewDiePie, all these other people up at the top. But, I did get somehow 50,000 subs in a year. A little bit more, less than a year. So I mean, it is possible that anybody can be a YouTuber. So
now, do you think you could do what Mr. Urban World saying 100K by Christmas?
Well, like I was telling Mr. Urban World in the chat, I actually noticed that after I made it to 50,000 subs, I don't think this has anything to do with it. I think it has a YouTube algorithm update. On the June 26th, I believe it was that day, I started to notice that all the views that I was getting on my shorts from that point on stopped getting traction from new people. And so I believe what YouTube is doing, it's not just me though. There's a lot of people in the community that have this exact same thing. And so what happened is that I believe that YouTube is basically, they don't like how it was originally, where you would post a short and it'd go like 3,000 views and it just stopped. And then they were like, oh, well, that doesn't really work. What we need to do is we need to stifle it so that way it goes in a general upward direction, but it doesn't take off on specific videos unless it meets certain criteria, which I think is kind of dumb, like a little bit, just in my opinion, because I liked it the way it was before. A video takes off. If people like it, they continue to watch, they continue to recommend it. Now it's just like I could have the same. I was trying to tell YouTube to support this, although they're kind of not a lot of help. But I tried telling them this. I was like, I'm not getting any new viewers besides, or like the new viewers on the channel besides my past shorts. And I was like, man, none of my shorts have actually hit. Well, I did notice that yesterday one of my shorts from the other day actually hit. And the weird part about that was I was researching. I was just waiting for one of these shorts to hit because I was like, I want to see what it was that it took, how it took, and all that stuff. But that's the thing. There was nothing different. The viewer retention was the same. The likes and everything were the same. It was nothing different. It just took off for no apparent reason. And that's literally what's been going on since about June 26th. I don't know if it's a new thing. I don't know if they're going to keep it. That's the only reason why I don't think I can make it to 100,000 subs by the end of the year is because originally I was growing like 200, 300 subs a day. Because I would just get all these people. They'd just be like, oh, sub, and it was like fantastic. I was getting so many comments per day. But now it's definitely slowed down. I mean, I've been on 50,000 since middle of June, and I just passed 51,000 today. So,
Okay.
I mean, it's definitely slowed down, but I'm not
Right.
going to let that like deter me or anything. I'm just going to keep going. So, but yeah, I mean, I would definitely think that YouTube is, I mean, it definitely, it's random right now for shorts. I would say than it was originally. So if you're planning on doing shorts and everything, I would definitely think about how that's going to go with your strategy. So,
you know, the thing I don't like about shorts is you can't change the thumbnail.
Well, you can now on iOS.
Okay, so you can't do it on Android?
No, not yet. It's coming. I just don't know when.
Okay.
But they said that basically what I do every time I upload a short, and I've always heard this is the best way. So this is for anybody out there that has iPhones, Apple stuff. If you edit a video on like CapCut or any other app on your phone or whatever, because they have plenty of apps out there. What I do is, personally for me, I edit my video, I do my voiceover, and I do all the stuff that I need to do on my computer first. Then I transfer it over to my phone, CapCut it, because CapCut's got so many more features, which is strange because Final Cut Pro is $300, but CapCut is a free app, and yet I can do almost everything faster than I can Final Cut Pro, which I find crazy. And it's like, you know, so I do CapCut and then I send it back to the computer for like the final, like, you know, adding the music, adding this and adding that. But yeah, that's what I personally do. And then I upload it to my phone and I actually go through the app and then upload it through there. Because what I heard is that if you upload it through a computer, it's going to do the same thing a video does, and it's basically not going to get that much traction. But if you upload it on a phone, it actually will get more traction because it actually enters that short shelf almost immediately. Is what I've heard, and I've seen this happen so many times.
Yeah, I upload everything on my phone, but what's annoying is I had put my stuff on and I didn't like the thumbnail doesn't show what the video's about, and I was like, and I can't change it. It's like, oh, currently you can't change it. So it's like, well, people are gonna look and see they're gonna read the title, and then they're gonna see the picture and be like, what? So but anyways, so Mr. Urban had a question, guys. You could ask Red a question as well. He said, a question for Red Giraffe. Care to share the big YouTuber that commented on your channel that seemed kind of irritated? LOL.
I mean, he might be talking about Mr. Top 5, but he wasn't. He was just kidding around. He said, "You're so weird," because I made a short about him being kidnapped, but it was all just a joke. I mean, he even knew it was a joke. And he was like, "You're so weird, LOL." But that's just his vibe. Like, I've been watching him for a long time. Personally, I actually there's another YouTuber. His name is Steak, and Steak is one of the most I don't know. He kind of reminds me of like a younger, or not even younger, but like a back in the day Show Speed sort of thing. I know that you don't watch Show Speed, but anyway, but Show Speed thing is that he always did things that made people go, man, what is he gonna do next, man? What like why is this guy like why is he jumping into pools and doing all this stuff? Even though Show Speed didn't do that, but Steak does that. So like he'll be like, I'm sleeping until 150,000 subs, or I'm going to jump in the pool if this gets 2K likes. And it's just crazy stuff that like normal people wouldn't do. The other day, there's known as a family friendly YouTuber. His name is Critcraft, and he plays Roblox. He's got like 7 million subs. Anyway, and Steak was like, I'm going to call him up because he actually had him on Discord. He was like, I'm going to call him up and I'm going to tell him a curse word to him because he's the most family friendly YouTuber on YouTube. And he did that exact thing. And so, I mean, it was really funny. Like, he's always entertaining in there. He gets so many donations through the stream. It's like, imagine if Cowboy, every single minute of your stream, you had to stop and be like, oh, thank you for the donation, blah, 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 blah. Like, literally, that's what happens to him. But he doesn't, I mean, he'll always thank the people for the donation, but he can't just stop in the middle of what he's doing because there's so many donations that he just can't do anything. So, of course, he's got that text to speech, so it basically just reads it to him. But
yeah, I seen that's what oh no, it's Alex does. Yeah. So man, let's do this first. Could you give the people some tips on like growing their channel first let's do that. So people know, they just heard that you got the 50K, relatively short period of time, and give them some of the tips that you use yourself. Obviously, like, we've been friends for a long time, and not everybody's going to be able to follow it correctly. Like me, I got a everything channel, so to speak. So obviously everything doesn't work for me. The same would work for you. So I guess people need to know that you're not going to be able to carbon copy Red Giraffe and do everything he says, and it's going to work out 100%, as he's saying. You know, everybody's their own person, and you have your own content. So I guess we got to put that out there, so I don't have people come back like, Red, where's my 50K? I did everything you said.
But I mean, the main things that I would say, if you're starting a YouTube channel in 2023, like, honest to God, you gotta know something. You've got to know that nobody wants to, and this is gonna sound blunt, but it has to be said. No one wants to subscribe to a channel that has less than 10 subs. They just don't. Like, if you go on somebody, like if you start a brand new channel and you're like, oh, can you please subscribe to me, do this and that? Like, no one's gonna care. They're not. It's proven human information. No one's gonna care. But here's what I would say. I would say keep making content. This is the rule I followed. Now, not everybody's gonna do this because not everybody's gonna have this time. But Mr. Beast, when he was starting out, because Mr. Beast, like the top guy that I would always follow, even before he was this famous. Like, I used to love Mr. Beast when he was like at, what, 75,000 subscribers way back in the day. I loved him back then. I just didn't get on YouTube till 2021. So, but like, even what he always said in his past videos. Now, nobody's actually ever watched his past videos for the most part. I mean, it's got like 25,000 views compared to his millions that he gets every video now. But those videos still have less than like 30,000 views on them. And they have some of the most solid information I've ever heard in my life. And he didn't even know at the time. For example, in one of the videos, he says that he's like, yeah, I'm going to try uploading every day for an entire 6 months or something for 3 times a day. And if it just doesn't work, I'm going to quit YouTube. He's like, I mean, it either works or it doesn't work. I mean, you can't just put all your eggs in just one basket and do all this. You have to know if it's going to work, then you have to keep going. But that's what I did. For every single day in 2021, I uploaded about 3 times a day. Well, there were some days where I uploaded, I guess, 2 times a day. And then, I mean, there were some videos that just didn't take off. I think I deleted some of them.
When you say upload, you mean videos, shorts, what?
Yeah, so I uploaded videos for the entire first year because when YouTube was first when I was on YouTube, I noticed that they said that shorts never work. They said shorts will build your channel, but they won't do anything. Like, for example, I could get hundreds of thousands of views on shorts, and I could get hundreds of thousands of subscribers, but it's kind of like Charli D'Amelio. She's got, I told the students this in my, whenever I was at the school with them, I said, guys, Charli D'Amelio has 160 million followers on TikTok. I said, but if you go on any other social media that she has 4 million. So does she really have 160 million or does she have 4 million? Because the real answer is 4 million. Because you can tell people all day, I have 160 million subs on YouTube or whatever, but if you're getting, I mean, like 4 million views per video, people are going to be like, okay, you don't actually have 100. You don't actually have as big of audience as you said, because you want to try to get like 10%. And what 10% of that would be like 10 million views every single video. So, I mean, it's just unbelievable. But I mean, it's just like that. And so when you're starting out on a YouTube channel, you want to market to every single person that you possibly can. And you're going to get a lot of no's. That's what you have to understand in the business industry. You're going to get a lot of no's. You're going to tell people about, like, you're going to say, hey, can I have a moment of your time? I kind of did this with Cowboy when I first started. And I wasn't like, a lot of people would assume that, you know, whenever I started, and I still do this sometimes now, a lot of people would assume that, man, you just told the same thing to so many people over and over again, expecting the same result and expecting this and that. But no, the thing is that, like, you have to do that. Like, for example, in your business, like, let's say you run a business one day. The first thing you have to know about a business is, let's say you have all the money, you have all the time in the world to do this business. Okay? That still doesn't help you if you have nobody to come to your business. No one will shop at your business because you just started it. The only way that you can get your business out is by marketing. That's end of day, end of story. So, and how do you do that? Well, you could do like all the other businesses are doing and get a commercial, get a billboard, do that, do this.
Right.
But I actually believe something's even more powerful than that. And I believe it's word of mouth. I believe that anybody that comes to your place and like you market to the certain demographic that you have, like whatever niche you have on YouTube per se, but like base it upon a business. So like if you have a burger shop, well, you're not going to want to appeal to Chick-fil-A people because they like chicken. You're going to want to appeal to people like at McDonald's. You want to appeal to people at Five Guys. You want to appeal to these people. So your best course of action would be, hey man, let me find out who likes Five Guys. Let me reach out to them. Hey man, do you have a moment of your time? Basically, become friends with them, and eventually, once you become friends with them, share your stuff. Say, hey, I actually have this burger shop. And, I make some burgers doing this and that. Now, I'm not 100% sure that would work in the real world, but on YouTube and digital marketing, that works entirely. So you basically just become friends with people, and eventually they will, if you watch their content, they will watch your content. And that's really how you're going to have to start. There's no real, like, answer to it. It's kind of like anything else. Like, Twitch is the same way. YouTube's the same way. I'm sure Kick would be the same way. Any of these platforms are going to be the same way. You have to have people watch your stuff while you're also watching their stuff. That was the hardest part for me, was this that I started off by basically, okay, the only way that I'm going to be able to do YouTube is I have to find a selective number of people that I actually semi-like their content. I mean, it's not like I'm not like in love with their content, because it's not like it's not up to the point of like Mark Rober and Mr. Beast and all these other people, because they're just starting out. But you have to find people that actually make decent content and are at the bottom, and basically use them, like not use them. Oh, that's a bad term, but basically
network is networking.
Network. They're like, have them watch your videos. Once you like establish all of like, he's coming to my videos a lot. He's commenting on my stuff. Let me check him out and stuff like that. But you never want to go into something that's like, if you watch my videos, I'll watch yours.
Yeah.
That's kind of sub for sub. I mean, at the end of the day, that's literally what that is. And then
you know what's cool is I remember when you contacted me, and it was cool because you just seem like a cool dude, right? And we build a rapport together, right? We build a friendship, right? Like can't wait to meet you in person, right? So you went about it the right way, and I think you definitely make sense. Like, it makes a lot of sense, everything you said. And look at us now. And literally, guys, your Red Giraffe just inboxed me on Twitter. That's how we met.
Yep.
And look at us now,
But I mean, that's really what you got to do. I mean, Cowboy could have literally, I mean, this is not Cowboy's personality, but like Cowboy literally could have been like, no, screw you. I don't have the time of day for you. I mean, he could have said that. I mean, at the end of the day, and that's what a lot of people might do. Now, I found that there are many people out there that are not like that. But I have literally messaged people on Discord, Twitter, Instagram, any of these things. And I've said, hey, the same thing I said to Cowboy. Hey, can I have a moment of your time? So-and-so. And they're like, I don't want to talk to you ever. Block. Like, that's literally their response. And I'm like, all right. And then there'll be sometimes, this is my favorite one, where they'll go, no, I don't want to talk to you. And I'll be like, okay, no worries. Have a great day. And then they'll come back like 4 days later. They'll be like, so what did you want to talk to me about? Because they're like, how could you? I just said no to you in like the rudest way possible, but then you said have a great day. Like, I'm confused on why you said that, and it's kind of like it gets under their skin. It's like, you're supposed to be rude back to me. Why are you not rude back to me? So it all comes down to being kind to people and doing exactly what I mean. That's really what it comes to. I mean, if you're rude to everybody, I mean, you're never gonna really get anywhere. I mean, for example, like the other day, I got real, like, so if people don't know me, I play Fortnite, and I get really competitive on Fortnite. And sometimes, like, my coaching person takes over on who I am. So, I mean, it's true, but I basically, like, when people say Fortnite's just a game, or I'll even play this game, it's called Catan, really awesome game, but I'll get like really heated onto it, and I'll be like, well, this is like, I need to beat so-and-so and this and that, and I need to beat them because I need to prove who I am, and then I'm not like a failure. But like, at the end of the day, it's just a game, they say. But to me, at the time, I obviously at the end of the day, I know it's a game. But at the time, it's like, this is not a game. this is like my sports. You know, when you love sports, you're like, man, this team's got to beat this team. You know, you're rooting for them. And so, I mean, the other day I even I was like yelling at people like, oh my gosh, like, why could you do that? And then like I felt really bad after the stream because I was like, crap, I just yelled at like all these people that actually came to watch me. And so like, you know, today I kind of like stepped back from that and I was like, you know, if we get the win, it's cool. But if we don't get the win, it's fine. You know, I don't want to like screw over my whole audience because, you know, and you have to also do that. You have to learn to like when to apologize to the people that actually, you know, care about you. And, you know, a lot of people would be like, well, men don't apologize. You can't do this and that. Well, you know, if you're a true man, you'll apologize. So
you know what's funny? I do We Wrestle Wednesdays, right? My Wednesday stream, and it's just for people who are into the WWE or wrestling, right? And wrestling games, and so it's a small crowd, but they're real committed, right? And so now I play with about 8 people every week. We all play. It was 6. It's growing, right? People consistently play. So my son and my his friend, they're the best. They're like the best. They if 1-on-1, 9 times out of 10, they'll win every match, but they're not humble. So sometimes we gang up on them in certain matches so we could win. And they're like, oh, you guys got to jump us. I'm like, well, if you were just win and was humble, then we wouldn't even want to do that because you're humble. But you're like, I'll whoop you. None of y'all could beat me. Like, oh, really? So I'm always the person like, guys, they got the belt. Let's get them. And people are like, no, we shouldn't do that. And some people are like, hell yeah. But it's because they're not humble. So it make you say, you know what? So it's true. But Red, I took the liberty to pull up our very first conversation. You want me to pull it up and read like the first couple messages?
Sure.
This is kind of cool. So guys, check this out. We're going into the DMs. This is unforbidden territory that people never do. But check this out. So Red Giraffe wrote me April 19th of 2022. Wow, man, we just had our anniversary. That's cool. And he said, hey, now your mama knows, could I have a moment of your time? I said, sure. What's up? He said, first, I wanted to say that your YouTube content is awesome. He put the smiley face. I said, thank you. I just simply try to be different and look at it as I'm an entertainer. He said, that's what makes your content unique. And I have watched a few of your videos. They were fire. I said, thank you so much. So what's up? And he said, I just thought I could have a conversation with you and hopefully make a new friend if that's okay. I said, that's okay with me. I'm a people's person, all-purpose champion. I don't even know why I put all-purpose champion. But anyway, you could join any of my shows if you like. You could collaborate content with me. I'm open to networking. There's that word. I'm open to networking with anyone. And I love to help anyone who isn't a content creator to have a voice. And you said, actually, I am a content creator myself, but I just do it for fun and to meet cool, awesome people. LOL. So where are you from? And I said, I'm from New Jersey. You? And there we go. So I remember at first, I thought Red Giraffe was like a Mr. Beast plant because I end up going to his page and I was like, this dude is really cool, really nice, but people just usually aren't that nice, especially because I live in New Jersey. And somebody usually inbox me, they want something, but I'm like, dude, he ain't say nothing wrong. So, you know, and I remember going to your page and you had something Mr. Beast was looking to help content creators or something. And I was like, so does this guy know Mr. Beast or whatever? And I had a friend of mine, she's a younger guy. I was like, yo, could you look into this guy for me? And he went to your page and was going through all your stuff. And he said, nah, dude sound legit. You seem like he's a nice guy. And it's like, all right, cool. And so that was real interesting. But guys, this is how Red Giraffe and I met. And like he said, you know, networking, you'd be a nice person. And dude, that was over a year ago. He's been literally the same person as I met on that day, just nice guy. And I'm happy to see all the success he's been having. But you do have some questions, Red. And I Left Chaos said, what will you do when your streams hit like 100 people watching? How will you control that?
So when I hit 100 people per stream, I plan to basically, overall, I don't really have a short-term answer for that. Long-term, the objective is to get to 100 people per stream, and the objective is to eventually transition to where I only play with people that are members or that are other YouTubers. And I know that sounds kind of, you know, like not what I originally did, but there is just no way people like, for example, there's a guy, he's mainly did shorts. His shorts took off. There's actually two people that come to mind. One of them is named Dagwummy, Fortnite YouTuber, does mostly shorts and live streams. And then Munson, same thing with him, shorts and live streams, mostly what he does. And they get 100 people per stream. And what do? They either, number one, play with members, or they play with other YouTubers. And so at that point, it's like you're not really there to watch, or you're not really there to play with the person that's streaming. You're there to watch somebody that you really enjoy playing with, like growing up and everything, play the game and have success in another realm. Kind of like when people watch Ninja. People watch Ninja not because, oh, can I play with Ninja? Can I do this? They watch him for two reasons. Number one, Ninja's extremely good at the game. Number two, Ninja just knows like, I don't even care that Ninja's good at the game per se. I just love the fact of like what he does after he kills people, and he's just like, that's right. Or he'll be like, I almost died to that guy. I can't believe that. Or like he just kind of has that same personality that I have of like, man, like, and then he just, used to, Ninja has changed, so I will give him that. But Ninja used to like that. The reason why everybody really loved him was because he would get a kill. He'd take off his headphones. He'd be like, I killed him. Let's go. And like, he used to do that exact same thing. So, but he has changed, but he's still kind of the same guy. So that's why I enjoy watching him. But basically that's what we eventually want to transition to, is like, you want to watch the streamer because they are entertaining, not for the simple fact that, like kind of like Cowboy. Like if Cowboy eventually had 100 people watching, there is no physically way possible that every single person would be able to join the show. So
So I wanted to talk about that. I remember this is funny. I used to do a thing where if you guys go back like 2 years ago, before I was monetized, a little more than that, I used to, every month I would make a personal video, and I would say thank you to everybody who subscribed became a subscriber that month, right? And it was a personal video, and I did it every single month. And my stepdaughter, who is now 18 at the time, I don't know, a couple years ago, whatever, she said, how are you going to do that for everybody? She was like, you're never going to keep doing that. I was like, I'm doing this because I want to thank everybody who subscribes every month. She was like, so if you just start getting so many people, you're going to still do it. She's like, and in the video, I made a little skit. So for each person, like I had a skit where I would jump off stuff and I would say, I want to say thank you too. And I make their name pop up, and I jumped off something I did in slow motion. I want to say thank you too, run down the street with my dog. I want to say thank you too, diving in the pool. And I did this for months, right? And so she was right and I was wrong, because eventually it was so many people. It was like, dude, that's so much editing. It's so much great. I remember one person's name was Fish something. So I had my wife make fish sticks, and I was like, I want to say thank you too. My wife opened up the stove, and I pulled out the fish sticks. Like, I was really creative with each person. That was a lot of editing, and it was just like, it's impossible to continue. And I noticed, if you notice, the bigger YouTubers, they don't have people joining at all. You know why? Yep. Because one, they're the main attraction. Two, one person could join and say the wrong thing and mess you up. Yeah. And so at that point, it has to be about you. And so I do, like I mentioned that a couple of times. I love having random people join, but at some point, I'm not going to be able to do that. At some point, it's not going to be smart to do that. And the content will change with success. Like, you will be pushed. Like, if you listen to all the big YouTubers, some stuff you're like, but trust me, that's what you're supposed to do. You just aren't at that level, so you don't think it makes sense. But if you want to be at that level, this is what you have to do. Yeah. And like, I watch, I think the most successful YouTuber that I watch, and funny enough, I haven't watched him in a month. I stopped watching him when I hurt my arm, because I listen to him when I'm at work. So when I hurt my arm, I was at home all day, so I'd rather play video games instead of like listening to it. You know what I mean? It just is what it is. But at work, I would have him in the background. So the guy Reforge Game in Lono, man, his channel, he got like, last time I checked, he had like 26,000 subscribers, right? No big deal. But his thing is all about his membership. He has like, last time he did a thing where he had like 3,500, or is it 35,000? I don't know. It's a lot of members, right? Just ridiculous, right? But his thing is, he does a Friday night show with his wife where only members could see. But I would wonder, like, well, why does he not have people come on? There's many times he stopped the show and went to my channel. He was like, dude, you're a cool dude. I'm gonna go to you because I asked a lot of questions and stuff. And he stopped the show, went to my channel, gave me advice. And I realized, like, man, like, this is what you do. Like, he sells his own coffee, that's his own brand. But this is, I like him because he conducts his show like a business. Like, he's very formal. His, like you, family friendly. He always tell people you could play any of his content at work, out loud. It's no cursing, no crazy stuff. And he conducted like a business. He's real business oriented. And I'm like, wow. And that's all he does for a living. So he's the only channel I know where that I watch. That's all he does for a living. He has no other job that pays all his bills. And I watch how he conducts himself. Now he gets sucked into the console wars and they get into argument stuff. And then eventually he kicked people off. Like, nope, you can't. I'm blocking you from the channel. You're on timeout or whatever. And he does it all the time because people literally come there to argue with him and people come there to defend him. And he creates this. It's an interesting dynamics that he have as a show to watch, but it's entertaining. But no, yeah. So Red is, I do agree with Red and what he's saying. Like, if I had so many subscribers, I couldn't conduct things the way I do now. Things would just dramatically change. It'd almost be a different vibe. But I'll still be the same me, but it would, So I want to say what's up to Obi Rose is in the building as well. Mr. Urban World said TikTok has to be the worst website for content creators. They pay so little. Smaller YouTubers make more money than those with millions of views. Well, you got to think they're short form content. So, if somebody's doing a stream that's an hour, right, versus all they could do is make 1 minute, 2 minute, 3 minute videos. So they have to do more and more and more and more views. It just makes sense. So,
well, I mean, like, I actually learned this since I think we've talked, but I've learned that TikTok actually in itself isn't a bad tool as I thought it once was, because what you can do with TikTok is you basically can take, there's actually something you might be interested in, Cowboy. I can't remember the exact name of it. I probably have to get it, but there is an actual AI thing, an AI website.
Oh, that cuts it up.
And you basically give it your live stream and it cuts it up into shorts. Yeah, and now a lot of people would be like, well, why would I want it to do that? Like, and then it is a crazy amount of money. I don't know who would spend that right now if you're not like a big YouTuber, but it does make sense because you could take those same short form videos and not even just put them on YouTube, just put them on TikTok and Instagram Reels and all these other things. So that way, even if it doesn't do good on YouTube per se, it could do good on TikTok. It could do good on Instagram. And the thing is that you don't really care about those websites. What you want it to do is you want it to drive traffic. So they go, I wonder who this is. And then they go to your profile and on your profile, it's like, follow the YouTube or something like that. I don't really like TikTok or whatever. Follow the YouTube. And then they follow that YouTube from TikTok or Instagram Reels or anything else that you want to do. And that's how a lot of Twitch streamers make it. I mean, a lot of Twitch streamers, they just do it like that.
That is interesting because I always say I don't like to separate my audience. So if I build an audience somewhere else, I'd rather them over here. But I think what you said is clever. You said, no, you're not doing that. You could care less. You're just doing that to let them, who is this guy? And hey, this is where you can find me. You want more of this? It's over here. And that's smart. Jenna Hayes, happy 4th to you as well. Let me see. I Left Chaos said Ninja Giraffe. So let's talk about the new YouTube stuff they instilled. And I'm glad you brought this up because I was telling people, I was giving people information on it, and I actually was a little bit wrong, but I want to confirm it with you because Purple Haze was explaining it to me behind the scenes. So so they dropped it from 4,000 to 3,000, right? As far as how many watch hours.
I think
they dropped it from good. They split it in half from 1,000 subscribers to 500 subscribers.
I think that was dumb. I think that was dumb. To be honest with everybody, I think that was dumb because the reason why I think that's dumb is because, yes, I understand where people are coming from. You need to get, I want to get monetized as fast as possible, blah, 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 blah. But here's my point. If you really care about YouTube that much, 1,000 subscribers is actually nothing. When you really think it, like when you really logically break it down, a lot of people would be like, 1,000 subscribers is so much, but in all brutal honesty, it's not, because like Mr. Beast at the top of the game, 150 million subs or however many he has now. I think he has like 175. I don't know. At the top of the game, PewDiePie 100 million, Corey X Kenshin 16 million. I mean, Show Speed's already passing. He just started in 2020. He's already passing 17 million. So I mean, when you really break it down, 1,000, yes, for your personal like own thing is like, yes, I passed 1,000, but it's not something you need to be like, I wish they would go down from 1,000 to 500 because I need to make monetization. Because I always told people this. I said, YouTube is not worth like money. It's not worth it. Like there are people, and I promise someone's listening out there that hopefully will hear this when I say this. If you're out there and all you want is money on YouTube, you're in the wrong industry. You need to go drop ship. You need to go DoorDash. You need to go get a better paying job. This is not it. The people that are in those positions that make millions of dollars and hundreds of thousands of dollars a year, they worked for 10 years to get where they're at. 10 years.
I'll say this, though. Let me jump in there real quick. So one, I do think PewDiePie and Mr. Beast and all them, they are exception to the rule. I think in everything is exception to the rule. So everybody's not gonna do what they did. But I'll say this. I think it's a difference, right? Yeah. So if you add up how much your monthly bills are. So I have a list where when I pay my bills, I pay some months I pay everything on the beginning of the month. Some months I pay it in 2 weeks, right? 2 weeks the first half, 2 weeks the last half, right? If you look at your monthly bills, that'll tell you how much money you need to bring in on a monthly basis, right? I always tell you, don't look at the back end, right? Because at the end of the day, no one says you need to have, if you total every bill you have for the year and people are like, oh, I need this much money a month. No, don't do that to yourself, right? Yeah. Just find out how much you pay every month. And then you could start by saying, okay, how much money I need to bring in? Because when you really think of it, people don't need, like I used to do network marketing, and it was a saying where the difference between living check to check is $500, right? You can have a mom who doesn't have much money, but she had a monthly extra income of $500 extra. That could be the difference from her living check to check to now she doesn't live check to check. That's small amount. So when I think of this stuff, right? If you say millions of dollars, hundreds of thousands, yeah. But if you just say, you know what if you was this passionate and you like doing this, if you just said, what would it take just to pay my bills, right? I ain't going on vacation all the time. This is just going to supplement my job, my income at my job. I think that's doable, but you have to be super driven. Like you said, your drive, you have to be passionate. You can't be hard-headed. You can't be like me. You can't be doing things my way. Like you have to do it that systematically, kind of like the guy Reforge Gaming, right? I think that's doable. But being rich, when people say rich or wealthy, that's the few and far between people. But I don't think it's that hard of a stretch if you really figure out, like, let's say you say, I want to make $2,000 a month on YouTube. I think that's doable. If you would say, I want to make $200,000 a month on YouTube, is like, so I just want to say that.
Well, yeah. And I mean, my biggest thing is that people, like, once you make it to 500 subscribers, it's not like, it is exceptionally pretty easy to get from 500 to 1,000. I mean, it is a lot harder to get from 1,000 subscribers to 10,000 subscribers than it is to get to 500 to 1,000. So,
I get that.
I mean, like, just in my personal opinion, I don't think they should have changed the sub count. But that's just me. Like the hours, I definitely 100% agree with, because if they had done that, I would have been monetized in September. No, I wouldn't have had to do all those streams in December to get those 1,000 extra hours, which was tough.
So what I want to say was I think it doesn't matter the 1,000 or 500, because what people are going to realize is the real drive isn't the subscribers. Yeah. Like, I don't even focus on subscribers no more. I'm focused on views. First of all, so you don't get paid for subscribers, right?
Yeah, you don't.
It's about views. So I think them dropping it from 1,000 to 500 doesn't matter, because what's going to happen is, like my guy Cherry Man Gaming, love him, right? He finally hit that 1,000. It took him a while. And I said, bro, you made it. And he said, oh, yeah, I want to be monetized like you. I said, monetized like me? What do you mean? He said, oh, no, I'm not even close to the hours. I said, oh, damn. You often forget about the hours. Yeah. The hours is what's going to make or break. So if somebody get the 500 quick, you're going to be so far away from the hours anyway. You have to put in real work for the hours. So really, that 500 to 1,000 don't really matter, because you're going to see, you're going to really see, like, oh, look, no, you ain't do it yet, buddy. And I'm willing to say somebody who get 500 subscribers, man, you're gonna have to do a lot of content to actually have 3,000 watch hours, right?
Yeah.
So,
and I mean, if you're a gaming channel, I think gaming channels are actually an exception to this rule because I mean, on gaming, you pretty much just, I mean, if you can market correctly, you could have about 10 people watching you, and if you do about a stream a day, you will get monetized in about a year. You wouldn't even have to do any videos per se. I mean, just live streams for about 2 to 3 to 4 hours every day. I mean, that's pretty much, you're right there at it. But and here's why I think I have the biggest issue with it is because there are people that have been in this game, and I don't want to like seem like I'm like Johnny Manziel or something, or even like act like that. But I have seen people in this game that have been on YouTube for like 3 or 4 years, and I got on YouTube in 2021. And I saw, and I said, like, and it wasn't ever a competition for me. It was all about community. But I said, okay, like, this is a person that has 160 subs. Okay, let's see if I can get that. And then like the next person, oh, they have 400 subs. Let's see if I can get that. And then it's just like you're passing people along the way, and you're like, man, like they literally have been doing this for their entire 4 years. They've wasted trying to do all this stuff when in reality it's like all you had to do was market to some more people. Because there's a streamer, I'm not going to mention any names, but there's a streamer out there, and he's always like, well, not everybody can be a content creator because everybody in the world has people that they watch just 24/7. While that is true, I mean, some people get extremely lucky. I'm going to be on, like you said, like there's always going to be the Mr. Beast, the PewDiePies that get exceptionally lucky out there. I mean, most people are not going to be like that. Then you got IShowSpeed that, I mean, he gets 100,000 people per stream. No one's ever done that. I mean, he's the first one. He started in 2020. So I don't know how he even does that. But you have to realize that, I mean, there are going to be people out there that are more successful than you, but if you really have the drive to go out there and be a content creator, you're going to do it. I mean, that's kind of like the same reaction someone would go if they said, like if they told me today, they said, I really want to start a burger shop, but there's just too many burger shops out there. I mean, if you think that, it's always going to be like that. I mean, you're never going to start a burger shop, or if you want to start a chicken.
I think it's not even people saying it's too much stuff. Yeah. People don't want to do the work.
They don't.
It's a lot of work in this. It's a lot of, like, I know people, like when I got into Stadia community, I got to meet so many content creators. I was, the head of Stadia Bash Community Network. So I had people come in. At one point, we had 43 different streamers. So it was like a network. People were streaming Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday. You had your slot, and you streamed every week at that slot. You told people, hey, the person coming up next is like a TV station, right? And I know so many people. I mean, that was 43 people at one time. And I've seen so many more content creators, and I could tell you so many content creators didn't make it, but it takes a lot because that 3,000 watch hours, and it was 4 is and remember that's in a 12-month period. Meaning you could have had this amazing month in, let's say, June, and you had like 28,000 watch hours that June. Well, guess what? The clock is ticking. And if it get to that next July, right? Not the month after, but that next July, you didn't hit it, then that 2,800 month is gone. That don't count. Yeah. So people, consistency is the key. I used to always tell people, when people take crazy breaks and stuff like that, you know what? If you let your fan base know, whatever, but if you're gone for too long, it's like TV. Your favorite, like no one said, you know what? Stranger Things is ended. And season 5 isn't coming out for 2 years. I'm just not watching TV no more until it comes on. No, you instantly, the next day, find something you watch in this place.
Yep.
Instantly.
It's true.
And that's the same thing with this. So it's just dedication and consistency, like everything else. But let me see. Mr. Urban Royal said, as long as I can make 2 to 3 times of my monthly expense from home, I'm good to go. Whatever happens after that just happens. If I'm meant to become rich, I'll be rich. If not, I'll still have freedom without it. He said, now there are some unique ways to make money on YouTube I see people utilize. There are channels where people just post products of what they sell and people purchase by visiting. I really should get more into that because I am an affiliate on a bunch of stuff. And I still make money every month from Amazon. I don't even know what people are still watching of mine where I still get an Amazon check, but I should really kick it up. But he got a good point. Then there are channels that are strictly reviews and affiliate marketing on each video, and they are making tons. They aren't really dependent on YouTube views and subscribers 70% of the time. Yeah, I mean, exactly. I'm an Amazon affiliate, and I remember when I did a review for that treadmill, dude. It was people was buying that treadmill like crazy. They was inboxing me like I made it. Do you know they're out of stock? You know we're getting more. I'm like, I just reviewed it, but reviews is where it's at. Like I always said, if I want to make money, it'll be a review channel. I like to do more than that. And I'm also weird. I don't want to review I don't want to just say, oh, this is a big ticket item. Let me buy it and review it and send it back. And I don't want to, everything I do, I want it to feel authentic. I want to feel like I did it because I felt like it. I had passion for it and not just because it makes money. And some point maybe I'll fall and hit my head and wake up and be smarter and say, dude, it's money. But I haven't got that smart yet. I'm into passion right now. Red has some good YouTube info. Oh yeah, Red, definitely. Let me see. Just finished Red Giraffe bowling video. Had to click it since I just went bowling on my birthday.
I know. I always thought that video was cool when I was editing it back because, like, I said that I had edited it way back whenever I had done it, but I hadn't. I just said that I did, but I edited that like a week before it went out, and it did take place a year before it took place that January of when I started the channel in like that December, and I was like, guys, like, do you guys think I'm gonna be at like 1,000 subscribers by that point or something? Like I said something crazy in the video. I was like, do you guys think I'm gonna be at that point? And then like everybody that watched the video, wow, you made it to 10,000 subscribers, and like that's just mind blowing. But I mean, the thing is that like the shorts are where the views and the subscribers for me were,
right? And
that's what I really took from that is that, you know, it doesn't really matter what you do per se, like whether you want to make videos, live streams, no matter what you want to do, you just got to be consistent in making those. I mean, because there are going to be people that come from your shorts that want to watch your live streams. There are some people that want to watch your live streams and watch your real form videos. But not ever. I would say, and I'm just throwing a number out here, I'd say there's less than 10% of all of YouTube on the entire platform that likes to watch all three. Because I see that a lot, is that it's they either like one of the three things. They either like the live streams, the shorts, or the long form. Pretty much not a lot of people, unless they're just hardcore loyal fans, will always watch the videos, the live streams, and the shorts. So
I think of Doc Dark, so I brought him up a bunch of times. I just watch his regular videos. Whenever I see he got a video, it's like 43 minutes, I don't watch it. I don't know what it is. I just like his to the point gaming talks. I watch every single one. Once he started doing the review, the ROG Ally, that handheld thing came out, he was doing a series of it. Don't watch it. I'm not buying it. Like, you know what I mean? I love the guy, but you know, so I think we watch what we want to watch. Now, if you just super passionate and want to help somebody out, maybe you watch everything. I want to say this. Finally, what's cool for me, Red, is I stopped doing movie reviews a while ago where I would edit them, and I just started doing them live. And I decided I love doing my movie reviews where I make my little videos, so I brought them back. And what's cool is, I guess maybe because of 4DX, I go see 4DX movie often. It like my 4DX review, I don't know, it's like 3,600 videos, views, something like that, right? So I was like, oh, that was cool. Because I make stuff. I don't know what's going to do what. I just passionate about a video, ideal, and I make it and I throw it to the world. But my reviews, I brought them back. It used to be like 12 people watching, 17, 34 at the most. I just personally like doing it. It's like a log of my life. Oh, I went to the movies and seen that movie. This was my opinion. I throw it out there. But lately, they've been doing like pretty good. And I'm like, oh, you know what's cool? What, finally? I have people who just watch this type of content. They don't watch that. People watch this type of, and I'll read the comments. I'm like, oh, cool. People are watching my review videos for my like products and stuff, right? Or my how-to videos, and they'll just comment like, hey, this and that, and then I'll see different people are watching my my movie reviews, right? And I'm like, oh wow, that's kind of cool. And I have people that normally watch this stuff that I actually talk to on Discord and stuff, so I know they're watching. I see them all the time. So I'm finally starting to get traction to where they're just different people realize. And I think it took time when I start putting that thing where it shows the cowboy and it shows vlogs, podcasts, reviews, and so it get people to realize. And I do it consistently, like, oh, this guy does these 4 things, but I only watch him for this, just like Doc Dark. I only watch certain stuff. And it's actually catching on. It's been cool watching. My views are higher, a lot higher in each different bracket. Like, oh, that's cool. Like, people are literally starting to realize, oh, I just watched this guy for that, and I just watched this guy for that, and I just watched this guy for that. So that's kind of cool. I noticed that in the last couple months. Yep, interesting. But it took me being hard-headed and just saying, you know what, I noticed it's gonna grow slower, but this is just the way I want to do it. And it's just, I'm not on here saying I want to be rich. I'm just on here saying this is my favorite hobby at the moment. But Mr. Urban had a question for me. He said, Cowboy, how often does Amazon pay you monthly? Amazon pay you monthly. And the cool thing about Amazon, YouTube will pay you. It has to be over $100. Amazon just pay you whatever. I'll get a $26 check, a $36 check. They just pay you every month, just pay you whatever you get. But I don't review products that frequent. So I'm always amazed when I see I'm getting paid from Amazon every month. I'm like, what are people even watching and clicking on? But I made so many reviews in the past that those, like my biggest video is at what, 90,000 views now. It keeps going up, and that's about an Ethernet cable. People are still watching it. People are still watching treadmill video, which is cool. People comment recently on I had bought the submersible pump to empty out my crawl space. People was commenting on the video where I did the snake. I snaked my thing. It's like 2-year-old video. So if you look at my comments, it's kind of cool when you see like, yo, people are commenting on videos from like 5 years ago, 2 years ago, and it's just random videos. There's no like, you know, it's kind of cool. So it's almost like my channel is just become a log of like, hey, I'm just gonna go and watch whatever I want in this guy's stuff. Or maybe people aren't even coming to my channel. Maybe people are just being mentioned in different videos, you know, and people are like, oh, let me check that out. So I will say this. I always thought this was cool. I said the day I become monetized, which again, my story is I did it for 9 years, never even thought about being monetized until I met somebody that challenged me. So I always said if I do become monetized, what's cool is what I noticed is that I do so much content. There's somebody's watching a video right now on my channel, and it might be a kettle corn video. I don't know, but I got so many different types of content. Might not be a lot of views, but there's somebody watching some video right now, and so I think that's kind of cool. It's just a specific because gaming, right? It has to be up to date. For instance, right? We both stream sometimes live, right? Yeah. People typically in that first 24 hours, first week, like even a show like this, you know, people are gonna watch it within that first 24 hours to see what the topics was because it's current, and then it's just gonna fade away in the ether. But when you make, hey, like I might just review this, right? I bought this yesterday. I might review it. I just wanted a new wireless keyboard, and what was important to me is have the numbers, and I don't like when the numbers are at the top. So I made a review for this, and I was using this for a few years, right? I love it, right? This is my wireless keyboard, but it doesn't have all the keys on it, and so it was hard to find. I didn't like the numbers, but guess what? Somebody could be watching this right now, because review videos they last forever, like or a crazy video like my dog eat my white ferret, but I won't bring that up. Anyway, it's interesting though, man. I love it, but I love having these talks, Red, because a lot comes up. Mr. Urban said, also, can you review the largest amount you've made via affiliate marketing on the treadmill? I don't know. The treadmill video, it's like 4 years old, man. But in the beginning, people was buying that treadmill like crazy. So I don't know. I don't want to lie. But I definitely cleared a few $100s from that. Probably just that treadmill. That treadmill. I mean, the treadmill itself was like $400 or a little under $400. And it was just, I mean, I thought it did a great job at the video. just because I was real technical and I had an issue happen, and I showed the issue on screen and showed people how to fix it. And you know, I thought it was a good review and people loved it. ISO said he's back. Miss Urban said ISO Motion Gaming. Red Giraffe is being interviewed. He just reached 50k subs and giving tips. Thank you for that, Mr. Urban. And he said okay. He said hold up. He said a bot's doing work. But yeah, so what do you think about that anyway? Remember me, I paid for that that month. Actually I did it like 3 times. I paid to see if this company, they advertise, they take your content and they send it out to a bunch of their affiliate people, and they tell them, hey, they suggest your content and you should watch it. And I was getting views like crazy, but I realized, like, I don't think it's real because the comments, unless they're from another country, bad with English. But and I feel like it's not something that really, should be done, because if it's not gonna keep people staying, it's probably not worth it. But what's your thoughts now on stuff like that? You know, when people could pay money to have a company. And ISO says, I mean, sometimes I guess it could really be bots, it could be people, but I don't ever felt that any genuine real people stayed. Maybe like 2 people when I did that back, my little experiment. But what's your thoughts on that? Do you steer people away from it? Do you,
yeah, I mean, I definitely steer people away from that, because I mean, like, yeah, it's great to have subscribers and everything. And I mean, even somebody might look at me. I mean, look at Reforged Gaming. I mean, how many viewers does he get on a live stream per se on average?
Yeah, like I guess close to 1,000. There's days where he cleared 1,000, but
okay.
Yeah, like 700, 500, between 5 and 1,000 viewers.
Okay, so let's just say 700. So Reforged Gaming has less subscribers than I do, and he gets 700 people per live stream. I have 50,000 subscribers, and I only get about 25 people per live stream. Now people would be like, oh my gosh, Red Giraffe, that's horrible. Like, man, he's doing so much more, but he's in a whole different realm than I am. Like, he's been
around for a long time. He had a channel that got canceled. So he was on Twitch, had a whole scandal. That's a whole other story. Got canceled, and he had to rebuild himself. So, but he had people who knew of him already. You know what I mean? So he's been doing this for a long time, and
But that's what I'm saying. Like, you can never compare yourself to other people. Like, for example, there are people out there that I really enjoy watching on Fortnite, and Cowboy's gonna have no idea who this guy is. But there's a guy named Grant, and I really look up to him because he's been doing this for about 5 to 6 years. He gets about 700 to 1,000. He actually cleared 1,000 today viewers just by doing live streams, and he's only got 250,000 subs. And a lot of people would be like, well, because that other guy that I mentioned earlier about his name is Dagwummy, he does the exact same thing, kind of, but instead of doing live streams, he does shorts. And every time he does a live stream, he only gets about 100 to 200 people. Now, people might be like, well, how do you have 1 million subscribers, but you can't even get as many viewers as Grant does? Grant has been live streaming almost every day. Well, not every day, but he did about 2 to 3 to 4 times a week. He would live stream for like 3 to 4 hours. And I mean, when you have to build that sort of like thing, and I mean, I think he was on Twitch for a while as well, but like, when you have to build something up for that long, eventually you're gonna see progress on that. And so it's just like, you can never compare yourself to other people on YouTube, especially. I mean, there's people that are doing phenomenal things right now that people would look at them and they're like, well, that's not Mr. Beast numbers. I mean, like, look at Cowboy might not know who this is. I don't know. He might know, but there's a guy named Ryan Trahan, and he does the penny series videos. Like the I survived on a penny for one week or something like that. And he's doing a whole series right now, and every day that he does a video, YouTube is putting him #1 on trending. And now people would be like, well, he's not Mr. Beast though. I mean, he's only got 12 million subscribers, but that man is doing a video a day. Mr. Beast only does one a month at most times, if even that. And he's literally doing one a day, and he's getting #1 on trending every single day. Right. So it's
now, let me ask you this. Do you think because I remember you was like, I got an idea. I remember before you even did this, you was like, I got an idea where I think I could get, what at the time you said something crazy. I was like, what? I think you said like what, 25 subscribers a day, and then you kicked it up, right?
Mm-hmm.
So it ended up working. But do you think when you think of your strategy was more bait and switch to get subscribers, and it did work? Do you think it helped you get subscribers, but it didn't get you consistent people to stay?
Well, the thing is that I have noticed that shorts on my channel now, where do most of my subscribers come from? Shorts. I have noticed that ever since I did get so many subscribers, now I haven't tested a long form video in a long time. It's been about 3 months. Okay. So at that time I had about, how many did I have back then? We did one like
1,700. 1,700.
So that's crazy because I haven't done a long form video since like March or something. And so, and that video got like 600 views. But I've noticed ever since they stopped doing the subscriber thing, because I tried to tell another streamer about this, how every time I do a short now, only subscribers are seeing it for like the first day. Okay. And then they'll show it to a few new people. But unless it just takes off like some of the other videos do, it doesn't ever do anything. And so I was trying to understand that, like, why is this happening? But I mean, of course, YouTube changed the algorithm a few days ago. But the thing is that even with people only subscribers seeing my content, I'm still getting over 1,000 views every single short I make. I'm still getting over 1,000, which shows me that I have 50,000 people, and out of those 50,000 people, 1,000 people actually do want to watch the content I have. Now, it doesn't go over to live streams as much as it would maybe a long form video, but it all depends on what your niche is. So like, I can't make a video, at least not yet. I can't make a video that's like, I gave away $20,000 at Chick-fil-A like I plan to do one day. I couldn't make that video right now, even if I had the money, because there's a high chance it wouldn't take off. I mean, it might, but the thing is that I would have to I have to probably start a new channel because it's not the same niche. People that are watching Fortnite, they might watch Mr. Beast, they might watch these other people that are giving away money, but I mean, it's just different. So
let me answer Mr. Urban Road's question. So he said, so with the new 500 subscriber requirement, do we still need 3,000 watch hours? So it was 4,000 watch hours. They actually lowered it by 1,000. So yeah, you need 3,000 watch hours within 12-month period. So they just made it, they lowered that as well. So they made it, oh man, I remember I had the picture. I don't think I have it now, but yeah, so you have your 500 subscribers. So you got to check that off. Remember, you could go to YouTube and it'll tell you where you are. So 500 subscribers and also 3,000 watch hours. They got some other stuff too, where you could stream, you have to do 3 live streams within 90 days. And you could do, 10 million short views within 3 months as well. So it's it's a couple of different things, but yeah. So, but the most important thing is the views. Everybody's always focused on the subscribers. They feel like I did it. No, you're pretty far away from doing it. But what helped me was when I finally got there. Because again, I didn't care to do it. I had like maybe 300 subscribers and somebody challenged me to do it in a year. So it took me a year and 30 days, but I already had videos that did so many views. I was doing this for 9 years. So I already had people that was watching, I already was doing reviews just for fun. I did it for fun. So I already had, so when I did it in that year, I must have already had a video that was like, just keep, like they got the viral, so to speak. They just keep getting views, and just at that point, like a snowball, couldn't stop. Like that treadmill video was just on fire for so many years. It was just ridiculous.
Yeah, I mean, like for example, like I mean, you have to make evergreen content is what it really comes down to. Like, and a lot of people don't understand that when they start a YouTube channel. They just think, well, like especially for my niche, like Fortnite, a lot of people are going to make videos based upon, oh, look at this new update that just came out, or look at this new gun that just came out. Let me tell you about it and do this and that. That will only last for so long, and then eventually it will die off. And the problem with that is that you don't want it to die off. You want it to keep going. That is the whole point of making a video. To make a video is you want it to keep going no matter what. And so like that's why the treadmill video and the Ethernet cable does so good on Cowboy's channel, because no matter how many years pass,
doesn't matter.
There's always going to be people that are going to have those. And that are going to be installing them, wanting to buy new stuff, and that's
and it's going to pop up. Exactly. Yeah, it's gonna, I mean, if you look at my reviews, it's like Even recently, like there's stuff I make and I just throw it to the world, right? Like the 4DX. I had no clue to listen. I went to the 4DX movie theater. I recorded it because I thought it was going to be cool. I thought it was going to get like 30 views at the most, but there's people out there that just start going or they looking it up like I did. My wife, I never even heard of 4DX theater until like 5 months ago. My wife was watching a TikTok and this guy was showing it and she was like, look at this. I was like, that looks crazy. So we looked into it and that guy was from Australia. He was like, yeah, I don't know if your country has it. And then I was like, oh, they probably don't have that in the US. So my wife was like, oh, let's look it up. So I searched it on YouTube and I watched the video and we found out that, oh, they got one in Warrenton, PA, which is 45 minutes from my house. I was like, so I had stopped making videos on movies. So I went just to do a video of that. Didn't think who's watching this, right? No big deal. But just like I looked it up, just like I tried to watch it, right? And I don't even know what the video is sitting at now, but last time I checked, I think it was like 3,600. And that was just a video I thought, but again, it's I think Mr. Urban was talking about it. Let me back up. It's an informative video. So he said right here, he said isomotion, how to videos get so many views. I'm pushing close to 14K on my first video. I cannot wait to reveal it this Christmas season. But yeah, I mean, there are videos like Red said, the videos that you make and you just throw out there, but there's some type of information, right? Somebody or some people are watching it, like this thing. I bet if I look this up, this little, I don't know, 6-minute video probably. It probably got a lot of views on it because it's just, I'm looking up a wireless small keyboard.
You know the one thing that I will never understand. I mean, I kind of get it because of human nature and stuff. But did you know? I don't know if you know this, Cowboy. Did you know there's 2 videos on YouTube that have like I think it's like over 5 million views. And they are the simplest videos of all time. A caveman could have made them. It's one of them is titled "How to Turn on a Light," and how one of them I think was titled "How to Turn on the TV." And literally the easiest videos ever to make of all time, and those got like 5 million views. And I'm
know what's crazy? Mr. Urban is always telling me, bro, make one where you're opening a can, or he's always telling me to do stuff like this. I Left Chaos said a question for Red. He said, will you ever expand on videos or will you stay with shorts?
That's a good question. See, a lot of people get mad at me whenever I bring this up because I mean it's very true. But just putting it out there. The best, so Mr. Urban World thinks the best way to get views on YouTube are how-to videos and affiliate marketing and all this. But there is another side to YouTube that is extremely lucrative in making money. Extremely. And it is called clickbaiting. And basically, if you clickbait, everyone will hate you. But guess what? You'll get millions of views every single time. No matter, I've seen it. I've seen channels that just started and they will make a video titled 7 voices behind the celebrity, and they'll put like Elsa on this side, and they'll put like a celebrity that's a girl on this side that's like a TikToker or whatever, and they'll like put that arrow that goes across, and they'll get like 1.3 million views in 2 months. And people are like, that's crazy, they tricked all of us and blah blah blah. But you wanted to make money, you wanted to make views really fast, there you go. Now to answer this question, Chaos, the thing with me is that I could choose 2 paths. I could choose to wait and make videos when I have money and I can pay for editing and the thumbnail to actually make it look really, really good, like I want to. Because I actually, like, I don't know how to do the best editing, so I want to hire somebody to do the editing for me on a Fortnite video, along with making a thumbnail, which thumbnails aren't that expensive. It's about $15 per thumbnail. But I want to do that. If I started making videos now, and like if I started just really making thumbnails now,
in the last 90,
they would literally look like there's a guy, his name is Ghost Ninja, and they basically be like, Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles coming to Fortnite, and this is why. But first, guys, make sure you guys are liked and subscribe to the channel. I'm giving away a gift every single day because that's my audience. That's what they want me to say. Now, is that right to do? No, it's not right to do. And so I'd rather not clickbait on this channel if I have the time of day. Now, am I saying to do that on every channel? No, I'm not saying to do that at all. I would rather think that eventually I will, and I hate to say that like this, but eventually I will try to do a clickbait channel because I have just seen how much money you could make, and I want to make that money for my YouTube channel. Yes.
Technically, you kind of clickbait now, but in a good way.
Sort of,
you do,
yeah.
You know,
I mean, it's storytelling, so I mean, you gotta expect some clickbait.
Now, explain this a little bit. Mr. Herbal said there's different categories on YouTube that pay more than others. I was trying to explain this to people. Educational pays a lot. I think some get $7 per thousand view. Yeah, so I think, if I'm not mistaken, I think gaming channels make the least, right?
They do. They make $1.50. Yeah. Which that's but see, I think I talked about this last time. The only reason I even became a gaming channel is because it is so much easier for you to go from being a gaming channel to an in real life channel than it is for you to go from an in real life channel. Like, let's just say that you didn't even game Cowboy. Let's just say you only did these podcasts like this and your review videos and your movie videos and stuff like that.
Right.
And then all of a sudden you were like, you know what, guys, you know what I want to do? I want to play some I don't know whatever game is out right now that you really
Final Fantasy 16.
Final Fantasy 16. Like I want to play some Final Fantasy 16. Now, all of these people that was watching it, let's just say this hypothetically, you had like 150 people watching all these live streams, and you're like, man, this is what it is, blah blah blah, and you're telling all these things. Well, then you go to play Final Fantasy, and guess what's gonna happen? No one's gonna watch. I've literally watched this happen. There is like 45 people that will watch, and you're like, man, these numbers are low today. I wonder why they're low, because no one that likes to watch in real life stuff likes to watch gaming.
Yeah, it's like I was saying, there's different categories. I got a question for you about that, actually. I'll read this first. Red Giraffe, a question for you. Will you create an LLC for your YouTube niche to benefit more from tax write-offs?
I might eventually do that, but for now, I don't think my channel qualifies at this moment for that. Because I was reading a little bit about that. There's pros and cons to doing that. Like, yes, you can have tax write-offs, but you also have to I don't know. It kind of makes, I don't know. It's a little crazy when you really get into it, because it's like, if you wanted to do YouTube full time, I could see where that would make sense. But if you're just doing like me and Cowboy, technically, yes, we do, quote unquote, we do YouTube full time, but it's not really full time as in like a job. Because like we don't actually we probably do 40 hours on YouTube most weeks or something like that, some crazy number. But we don't it's not a full time career job that we would do. And so a business would need an LLC so that way they could get tax write-offs and stuff. But
here's the cool thing: as long as you make $600 per year, $600 in a given year for YouTube, you can write stuff off, because we get a 1099. So we'll see,
I only do shorts, so I don't really. Yeah, I mean, I get per se right now, I get about $100 a month, which is pretty average for.
Yeah, well, you'll make the year. So in a year, you'll have $600. You know.
Okay.
So. Yeah. I mean, when I first got monetized, I wrote off $7,000. It was crazy.
Wow, really?
Yeah. My tax guy was cool. Like, he was like, okay, so, well, remember, I do a lot, right? So me going to the movie theater, I make a movie review. I was able to write off gas. I was able to write off my electricity. I was able to write off so much because I do so many different things. So I bought my PlayStation 5. I'm buying lights. Like, I was able to write off, but like, stuff in my home, that was the cool thing. Electric bill, you know, it's a 1099 means this is our business. So and the fact that I do so many different things, I was able to write off so much gas, or, you know, it was kind of crazy. But I think the way the United States go, I don't know about other countries, is they give you like a break, right? For the first 3 years, you can lose, meaning that you could write off more than you made that year. But after the third, I learned this in network marketing, after the 3rd years, the United States doesn't take you serious anymore, because if you don't start making more, like if you don't show that, okay, I'm making so much money, so I don't think I'll be able to write off. This might be coming up to my 3rd year, I guess. So,
yeah.
After that 3rd year, but I got a question for you. So this is what I always want to know. I don't know if you can answer it or not. So I got to a point where I was like, listen, I need YouTube to just start pushing my stuff more, everything. But here's my problem. 1 minute you might have a video with a dog in it, or my granddaughter, or just gaming or whatever, right? So I was like, I went for a long time categorizing every video as entertainment. So then I went back to, okay, when I categorize my movie videos as filming, it's called filming something. Categorize my gaming videos as gaming. I don't know what's the right way to do that for a multi-channel. Do you try to make everything entertainment, because in a sense everything is entertainment, or do you try to specify each thing? Do you even have
I personally, like, if you told me that, I probably want to like put it into different categories, you know, like
you said you wouldn't, or you would?
I would.
Okay.
But see, here's the way YouTube works. And so like it's entirely unfortunate for like people in your niche, Cowboy, because like you do everything. But like this is how YouTube, like I think I've explained a little bit about this in the past, but basically if you like your videos that are still getting a lot of views would be your review videos. So every time YouTube recommends your videos, they're not recommending your podcast, they're not recommending your stuff. They are only going to pretty much recommend anything that is up there in terms of like reviewing of this and that and that for those people that watch those review videos. So like let's say somebody watched that treadmill video. YouTube's not going to be like, you know what, I think you would really like this podcast that they just did. No, YouTube's not going to do that. They're going to go, okay, you know what, you really like the treadmill video, but you know what you need with that treadmill? Some Ethernet cables. So there's an Ethernet video, and there's a high chance they'll click on that because they've already watched one video from you. Right. So that's how that works. But then in terms of like everything else on your channel, that's why a lot of things don't get driven as much as like some people would like, is because you can't. Like, for example, I made a video that was like an in real life video. That was my last video all those months ago. Now, I have noticed this. I will tell everybody this. People a long time ago, they said, well, you can't make short video viewers into long form videos viewers. That's interesting because I got to remember if I can get this correct. But it was May 2 months ago. Okay, so in May, I only had 20,000 subscribers, something like that. The video that was posted in March, or well, posted 3 months ago, so I guess it was April when it was posted or whenever, that only had 300 views, and it stopped getting views. Like it just didn't hit the algorithm anymore, just stopped getting views. Because I guess it was just like, you know, it wasn't evergreen content. It was only, hey, this is what happens at 3 o'clock a.m. I mean, those videos come and go. But anyway, as I started to do more of these shorts and these shorts started taking off, people actually, I've noticed that the number went all the way to 645. And so people are watching your long form videos after they watch your shorts. Now, does that mean that like, you know, oh man, like I mean, some people will watch it, some people won't. Like I was telling Cowboy a few minutes ago, like not everyone's going to watch everything. There are going to be people that watch your shorts that are going to watch some of your long form videos. There are going to be some people that watch your shorts that watch your live streams. It's just whatever people prefer. I mean, that's what it comes down to. And I mean, I could, like, if I wanted to, and I tell people this all the time, if I really wanted to, I could become the clickbait king. I could be Ali A. I could make 20 million subs in like 10 years. It wouldn't be hard. It really wouldn't be. All I'd have to do is basically hire a thumbnail designer and hire an editor, and then make every video like, guys, did y'all hear that Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles is coming out? Because I mean that's like something that's up there. Or did you hear that Family Guy's coming out in September, and here is why? And then you basically just, I'm gifting every subscriber, blah blah blah. Like that's what every Fortnite YouTuber, the clickbait, does. Now, I will tell you this, Cowboy. I will tell you this. There is someone that everybody hates in the community of GTA. Every single person. And I don't know why. But his name is Lispy Jimmy. I don't know if you've ever heard of him. Probably not. But he actually quit YouTube about 2 years ago. But and now he's living life as a happy father and everything. He actually updated us like last Christmas or whatever. But anyway, and he used to make the funniest videos. I used to laugh at them all the time because they were so stupid. They couldn't possibly be like taken seriously. Like some of his videos, but get this, he was different. He was different than anybody else. He was getting 600 to 1,500 views on every single live stream he was doing, like live viewers. And what he would do would be he would basically do this exact thing. He would say, today we're going to go to the KFC And as you can see here, I brought my PlayStation 4 into this KFC, and we're gonna see how long it takes for them to notice me playing GTA in this KFC. And he basically would do this, and then like some days he would go to like the mall and whatever, and he'd plug that into like the an outlet like in the food court or something. He'd just start playing GTA, and at one point he had like this huge crowd around him just watching him play GTA in public. And you're like, bro, how is he doing this? Like, you would have never thought to yourself, man, let me go play Fortnite or like, let me go play GTA in public, dude. Like, that's not something normal people think. But he was different. So, and that's what you really have to know is that like when, like you can be clickbait all you want, and yes, some of his stuff was clickbait, but at the end of the day, clickbait comes and goes. But I mean, like for example, there's a YouTuber out there known as technically the biggest Fortnite YouTuber after like Ninja and all these other well-known people. His name is Ghost Ninja. He's one of the most hated Fortnite creators of all time because he clickbaits every single thing that he does. But you know what I noticed the other day is that he started doing more streams, and every single stream he does gets 700 people watching. So let me get this straight. So they know he clickbaits. They know he's the worst creator, but yet he gets 700 people per video. How is that possible? I mean, if everyone hates him, unless for example, like I've been saying the entire time, you have to know your audience. If your audience is mostly kids, why would you appeal to adults when you don't have to? There's no point. Right. I mean, Cowboy's entire niche is basically anywhere from 14 to probably 50 something. I mean, it's a long range. But my content, on the other hand, is not anywhere near that. My content would probably be for about 7 to 24. I mean, that's about it. So, I mean, I'm not as much range as Cowboy is. So,
and here's what's funny. ISO said, "Don't you advertise yourself as Mr. B's son? That's clickbait." Here's the thing. They're talking about some good stuff in the crowd. And yeah, Mr. Urban, I was actually gonna go to the American Dream Mall yesterday, and I was gonna go by myself just to get out the house, and I decided not to. But so what they were talking about was ISO mentioned Doc Dark. They were talking about content with a lot of editing, and then content with less editing, like Doc Dark. But let me read this real quick. Jay said, watch time per video is definitely a thing. If I watch one of Cowboy streams of 2 hours, that's worth 200 plus shorts. YouTube got to like that. So Jay is pretty cool. Neil, he lives in a whole different country, so he only could catch me if I happen to stream earlier, like today. But usually it's cool. I wake up the next day and he always leave a comment. Hey, I watched the video. Pretty cool. Blah blah blah. But so I want to thank him for that, and that's definitely a good comment. But I want to get into what ISO said. People don't always want complicated, overly edited videos. Simple is always good, and Doc is a great example. And of course, other channels do it too. So, you know, I've been experimenting with that. So I said, let me try not to put too much editing. Here's my problem. Anything I say, I'm visual. So I was always a visual person. So when I would tell people, like I would always tell my wife, she'll tell a story. I'm like, no, you're bad at storytelling. And I like to add detail, right? So when I make a video, everything I say, I almost want to make it pop up so you see it, right? But lately, I've been like, you know what? I'm just going to tell a story, and that's going to be the story. Like, I watch Doc, and I think about it. I never feel like I need Doc to show anything. I just listen to him, and my imagination imagines what he's saying, because I kind of got an ideal of the topics. So I kind of know a little. I'm watching him because I know the subject matter. So I don't need him to say the FTC said this and him to pop up on the screen the FTC article. I just figured that, all right, I've seen that article. So I don't need it. So I think ISO got a good point with it, and I'm trying to slow down, but I just love editing. That's just me.
Well, we'll see. Another thing is that another thing that YouTube loves more than anything, and I don't know why, I guess it's just human nature. They love controversy, man. Any controversy you can do, you will just blow up overnight. Like, for example, I keep seeing this thing on YouTube. It keeps popping on my recommended today. This woman, she had the worst apology video we've ever seen. I don't know if you've seen it, Cowboy. Like, this woman, she apologized. I haven't even watched the whole video. I don't even know what the heck they're even talking about. But apparently she did something, and she apologized, and she was like, guys, I know this is the apology video you guys wanted. And basically she, like, from what I've heard is that it wasn't really an apology video. She was basically like, I don't really care if you guys think that I did it or not. I really didn't.
Oh, wow.
So yeah, I haven't seen the whole video, so I'm not 100%, but from what the what's that guy's name? Penguin Zero, or I guess his name is Moist Critical. I guess that's what most people know him as. He was talking about it, but I only watched some bits of his stuff. But that's another thing. Do you really think she made that apology video like that so that way people would be like, oh wow, like, I can't believe she's actually apologizing? No, she made that video so that way she could say the exact same thing that Moist Critical would make a video on, because he knew that if she says the worst apology, I can get views on that. And now how many people are going to go from that video that Moist Critical did to her video? How many people? It's going to take off like wildfire. Yeah. And that's literally what it is. I mean, and you've even said it yourself. I mean, there's people that talk about you all the time on other videos. And I mean, that's, if you caused controversy, I promise, Cowboy, like if you personally did this, I know it's not your personality, but if you cause controversy on anybody's channel, you would basically blow up overnight.
You know what's crazy? But when there was a point in time, we're going like 2 years back, where man, people used to show up for my live streams like crazy. I have 20-some people watching because it was controversy. So a lot of people knew me back then as a keeping it real cowboy. I would call somebody out on Twitter, and then they knew that night, oh, he's gonna bring them up on the video. And I would tell somebody, you better show up tonight, or because if you don't, I'm still gonna talk about you. So either A, they were gonna show up to defend themselves, or B, I was just gonna be talking about them. And so it made this crazy, but then I just didn't like the hate. Like I was like the bad guy, and I was the a-hole, and it was fun, but it was like everybody was like, I watch wrestling. I'm a wrestling fan. So it was more me like being a character, and people would just hold me to it and be like, oh, that guy. And somebody was like, and people would always defend me, like, bro, he's a really nice guy. We talked on the phone. He's not the guy you see, but he said his stuff is entertainment. And people would just, I mean, I guess I was doing a great job. If I was a wrestler, they'd really believe me. But yeah, so trust me, I know, like my video I made, all I said was Redfall. I played Redfall for about three hours. It wasn't a bad game, and it's crazy. Everybody hated that game, and I had big YouTubers I never even heard of. People inbox me, oh, this guy made a video of your video. I'm like, who's that guy? You don't know how many subscribers he got? And the Mischief guy, which I never knew, me and him ended up having a little battle on Twitter because of that video. But I made a video over his video. The owner is Alex. Griffin Gaming, like these guys I would never knew who they was, but people knew of them. Like I think Griffin Gaming got like 217,000 subscribers. Like it was crazy. But these guys found my video and made a video of it, and that made my video even more popular, and more people kept finding my video. And it was just like, and think about it, those people found my little small video, and that just pushed my video. So my own video got so many views on it because of them. So referencing my video, and I guess people just want to see the full video. Like, what? This guy said Redfall was a good game or wasn't bad. So you're right. But you know what? I think it's like Doc, right? Sometimes I think about Doc and I'd be like, man, I love it. But I personally, I'm a funny guy. I think I like to dabble in nonsense, but I couldn't keep it up so long. Like his content is like endless console war. And I think for me, I like to dabble in it, but I like to step back. And I wouldn't want to have to keep that up forever, right? Yeah. It's like, for me to get exhausting, right? I would like to make, because I see it when he want to play a game, people want to come on and troll. And he had to like say, I can't even stream this stuff on YouTube because people know me for the console wars on YouTube. So he does his stuff on Twitter, Twitch, which is cool. He separates it, right? But it's like, yeah, I wouldn't want to have to keep up that persona all the time and have to always make every video about drama. Like for me personally, because like you see, I go out with my family and stuff. I'm a family guy, and I like to do other stuff, and so I couldn't imagine having to, but it's popular. I mean,
But yeah, I mean that's what it comes down to. I mean there are thousands upon thousands of people that I've seen that just like that's.
I left. Chaos said he had to go. Just want to put that up. So he said bye to us. Take care, man. Chaos. Thanks for stopping by. I appreciate it.
Thank you for watching. But yeah, I mean that's what it really comes down to, is the fact that like you just if you want to make YouTube and you want to have so many people watch you and do all this, I mean, for example, I constantly get the same story on Snapchat, and I keep clicking on it every time because that's some stupid title. It's the same freaking video every time on those Snapchat stories, but I don't understand how they can do that. But anyway, and they always are talking about this woman that basically on TikTok, she's known as the most hated TikToker of all time.
Okay.
And basically the entire, she's kind of like what you just described, Cowboy. She's kind of like, basically like it's always like a never ending battle with other people online. Like she's always like she'll find something on Twitter or TikTok and she'll just be like, man, I don't know why you didn't do this and didn't do this and all this stuff. And she'll basically create all this drama around her. And then she'll be like, I don't know why they just DDoS my location. And now I got to move apartments and stuff because you D-bags and all this other stuff. And he's like, and I'm like, man, this woman is making so much money, but this has got to be exhausting, man, because you are the most hated person of all time. So
no, it's crazy. My wife, she watches TikTok all the time. So when I'm laying in bed next to her, I'll be like, some stuff catch me is just interesting, right? But recently, that one guy is like a black guy, and he wear like kind of like this. It's not a ski, I guess like a hat, but it got like the long parts that come down over your ears, and his whole thing is like. He's always defending white people. He'd be like, oh, black people, you think white people did this, did that? And that's every video is this and that. So first I was like, okay, that's interesting because I'm black. My wife is white, right? So like we never really got hit with racism. So thank God we've never really had that issue. We ever all the places we went, we never had that issue, right? So and my 3 older kids, they're half Spanish, right? I'm black, they have Spanish. My youngest kid, my daughter, 17, her mom is white, right? So like I just love everybody, right? So I admired his videos before because he was taking a stand to say like he doesn't like when black people say white people are racist because of this, because of that. But then after a while, it's like, oh, that's every single video, that's all he does. And then it becomes like annoying. It's like, I get it. What he's trying to do is trigger black people to be annoyed with him.
Exactly.
Like I get what he's saying and I agree with it at first, but after a while I'm like, oh, he's just doing this to trigger the black people to make them watch it, but then to make white people like him and watch it. And it's kind of like what Doc Dark does. It's a perfect storm. He covers Xbox videos and he'll keep a straight face. I'm not going to say nothing about the ponies. And he know the PlayStation guys are watching and be like, what? And then it's smart. The Xbox guys back him up. The PlayStation guys get pissed at him. But I'll tell you the most beautiful thing about his content. It ain't even a video. Go to any of his videos. He got hundreds of comments. I'm telling you, it's more people writing in his comments than the length of his videos. It's like a civil war going on, world war going on in his comments. And he's genius. That's why they push his stuff, because engagement. Crazy. I'll find myself getting in arguments with people on his video. I'll make a little comment and then people attack me on his video. Oh, you don't know. One guy was like, bro, me and Doc actually know each other. I'm messing with him. He mentioned my name in the video. I'm the guy they call Cowboy. It's funny. I got a video with me and him. We met in person. No, and they're defending him like crazy. I'm like, and I'm just making a joke. It's crazy. But it's gold.
I'm telling you. That's, if you want to get YouTube success really fast, take a lot of people off in a small period of time, or just clickbait. I mean, that's simple. I mean, and there are people that'll even say, they're like, man, Red Giraffe, you clickbait a little bit, blah, blah, blah. Like, okay, listen, if I clickbait, okay, and I get all of these people and I know my audience, because my audience, it's different if you didn't know your audience. If I was like, man, I have killed a 45-year-olds on the internet and I'm clickbaiting over here. Like, no, that's not going to work, because they're obviously, they know what clickbait is. They're not going to click on that. But it's like you're appealing to kids. That's what every other YouTuber that ever got popular did. They appealed to kids. And it's the lowest thing. Yeah, the lowest denominator. So that way, like, I mean, eventually those kids are going to grow up and like your long form content that's actually in real life. I mean, it's just how it is. Although there are some people that I will never understand to this day why they continue to do this, because it just like that person I mentioned, that Ghost Ninja person. He's been doing this for 6 years now about Fortnite clickbait, and I go, okay, you have 4 million subscribers, but it's like, out of all of this money that you've made clickbaiting, have you not like thought about like, you know, doing in real life content? Have you not like thought about hiring an editor? Have you like is there nothing else you can do besides get online? And every video is the same. It's always, I promise this is coming to Fortnite. Like, subscribe, gift. I'm gonna do this. I'm gonna do this because you subscribe. Blah blah blah. Like, oh my gosh, bro. Like, get to the point. And then he gets to the video and he doesn't even say anything about this until like the end of the video. And he's like,
oh man.
Also, guys, this might be coming, but it's not confirmed yet. And you're like, oh,
well, how long is his videos?
There's like 8 minutes.
Oh yeah,
8 minutes. I
was thinking like if it was like a 4 or 5 minute video, then I get it.
They're all 8.
Yeah, you're sitting through an 8 minute video. Oh, you know why he's doing an 8 minute video? Because that's where you have the most amount of ads.
Most ads, yep. But that's what I'm saying. You have all of this money. Where is it going? Like, what have you done with all of this money? Have you just not had a job? Like
in his pockets, man.
I don't know, man. I'm confused. But I mean,
so
I do YouTube with a job, and so do you. So I mean, that's the extra income that you get, and you can use it however you want. So
yeah, however you want. Yeah. So let me ask you this. We're pretty much that's everything I wanted to bring up with you. That I could think of. Is there anything else you personally had you wanted to share that we didn't get to?
No, I think that's it. Hopefully, I mean, I see your channel's definitely growing for sure.
Yeah,
I mean, you were like at 3,400 last time we had this, and you're definitely over there at 3,000. I think almost to 700 now.
Yeah,
right?
Yeah, it's cool. I've been, you know what? I haven't been like I see it every time when I make a video because it's at the top of the thing on the YouTube studio. But I've just been paying attention to views. Like, so I'll go on my video, and what's cool here, let me show you this. Let me show you this. Guys, I will add Red Giraffe thing right now. I already pulled it up. But here's Red Giraffe's channel, and let me just put it in the chat so you could check them out. Check out Red. That is his channel. So anybody who's watching this later on. But here's what's cool. Let me go to my channel real quick. What I do is that guy Lono from Reforge Gaming, he said, "Let me see what you wrote as your as this thing right here, right?" And he said you should use it. He said it doesn't show the whole thing, so use it as a mission statement. Let it be something that direct people. So I said, okay. So I made the first thing you see is check out the home tab for all my different types of content. Epic content. That's all you really could see. And then you get an idea. Like, I get, you don't really need to look to see the rest of it, right? So so you're on the home page. And then what I did was you see what's live right now, right? And then when you go under, I did it where I got my members, right? So you could join if you like. And then it's you know, popular videos, right? So you see this is at 90K now and it just keeps going up. So I expect in a week or two it's probably gonna be at 91, which is cool. I would love to see it hit 100. So maybe I might even start sharing it out just to get it more in circulation again. But I guess YouTube is doing it itself because it just keeps growing. I thought it was going to stop at like 86, but it just keeps growing. So cool, right? So anyway, I put my popular videos. Then under that, I do my gaming videos. This was a cool video, which YouTube kind of screwed me. Got 2K views. I didn't know how good it was going to be if it was or not. But YouTube had put it where, oh, it's not all people could put, not all advertisers are suitable for this. So I said, okay, let me let them have a live person watch it to see if they change their answer. It took them 1 week, bro. The video is only 1 minute and 9 seconds. 1 week, which was the longest they ever took. And they said, yeah, we agree. We can't, it's not suitable. So then I made it live and it got 2K views. Now, if I would have did it then, it was more relevant, but I waited a whole week. So I almost wish I just pushed it. But anyway, if you see these are more short videos about gaming. You know, so I knew this one, the Ubisoft wouldn't hit, but I personally was reviewing all of the different, that was like the week when all these videos had all these things had a showcase. But yeah, when the Griffin Gaming, blah, 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 right? You know, good stuff. So, oh yeah, here's that video I was telling you about. Redfall is not a bad game. Ended up getting 1K views, right? But I did a video responding back to each person that kind of had an issue with any of my videos or that personal video, and they did pretty good for my channel. But then if you go down to all the talk shows, you know, they're all doing around 100. some go over 100, right? They stay in that little area. I got my own thing, what I would like them to do, right? 100 I would like on each video would be cool. But then when I go to my gaming live streams, right? So it's kind of cool. Like this was a shorter video, but then when I did the Mortal Kombat stuff, they were getting, you know, over the 100, 400 something, 200 or something, right? So then I go down to my reviews. This is what's cool. I swear, my movie reviews was getting like 17, 35 views. The Flash 4DX 186, Elementals 104, 109, 95, 69. And this is a soda can review, right? This soda can thing. 39 of the Boogeyman, that movie wasn't that good anyway. 99, 380. I didn't even know this Pepsi Nitro thing got 2.8K. But that was like 8 months ago. But yeah, so that's been kind of cool. And these are all recent right here, you know. And then just my vlog. My vloggings always aren't the most popular, but look at my stepdaughter graduated high school. Hers was 117. You know, I started doing a new thing called Cowboy Epic Takes. This was 89, 128. So it's just kind of cool that I'm noticing in each different category, some things are doing kind of good. And then my We Wrestle Wednesdays are always around 175, whatever. They got their own little crowd on their longer videos, but they have their own little crowd. That's just their own thing. And then my shorts are just my short. I don't really do shorts, but I wanted to do some recent ones just to see what would happen.
So after we actually had this talk last time, I actually did exactly what you told me. So if you go back to my channel, I can show you what I mean.
Yep, let's do it. And something just happened. I didn't get to see it. That I just heard it popped up. Did somebody subscribe or something? Here we go.
So yeah, so I put my shorts first because that's what's really popping off my channel. And then if you go down, I put, I don't remember what's next, but like live stream, I think. Something like
popular
that.
videos.
Popular videos.
Which makes sense to let people see.
And then I did videos after that. And then I did
members. I didn't even know you had a membership.
Yep.
Oh, when did you do that?
Oh, I've had that for a couple months.
Okay, that's
ever
cool.
since I got monetized.
Dude, why you don't put it at the top? It's so small. It's just this little thing.
Well, yeah, like maybe I should put it.
Yeah, because if people don't scroll down further enough, they won't know you have a membership. But if it's just it's cool. It just literally takes up just a little sliver. So it's cool when people just like, oh yeah, like it literally. That's my. Oh, let me show you again what it looks like. That's my top thing. Yeah, like right there.
I see what you mean. Yeah,
and it's so thin. It don't take up a big bracket like that.
Okay.
Yeah, I think that'd be good for you.
True.
But yeah, good stuff. Rue Diggs just jumped in the building. What's up, Rue Diggs? The little thing made noise. Mr. Urban said Red Giraffe joined our Discord. Red Giraffe is in the Discord every now and then. I don't know what happened then. I heard a little thing pop up on the screen, so I just wanted to thank somebody if they donated or whatever. But I don't see that YouTube show. Oh wait, there it is. Hold up. I got it. That's cool. I'm running it back. I gotta make this look clearer. Okay, so hold up. Let me give it thanks for. Okay, Anthony Sancarzi just subscribe. So thank you for subscribing. I appreciate that.
But yeah, if you go down on this real quick and you look at the shorts, the short views, I'm gonna show you something.
You want me to click on shorts?
Yeah, click on shorts real quick.
Okay.
I want to show you something because this is what I'm talking about. So see if you can scroll down all the way to where you have the first section and the second section. Yeah, there you go. There, just like that. Oh, go back up. So like the first two video rows is what I mean.
Okay, first. Oh, you just want to show the first two video rows?
Yes.
Okay. Like this?
So yeah, so just like that. But go down just a little bit more where you can see the views on the second one. There you go. Okay. Do you see what I'm talking about? Where actually so the 26 was with the Tifu thing. Look at my views ever since. Well, no, that's not right. It would be the Don't Cry in Fortnite. That was the last video that was put on the 26th. Ever since then, it's been sporadically random. So like sometimes I'll get 900, sometimes I'll get 1.3, sometimes like that one video got 20K and I don't know how. And then some videos like that one that just took off yesterday or something has 3 point something K now. But I did nothing different. See, that's what I'm talking about. Like, I'm so confused on what YouTube's doing now, because it used to be, if you scroll down now from here, you can see how every video that I did up to this point would get up to like 10,000 to 20,000 or most times. I mean, sometimes it would stop after the 2.5K, but every video that went to like 20K. So I don't know what happened. I'm confused on what YouTube. Yeah, I mean, I was killing it in views. I even got to 2 million views.
Oh, did you?
Total on the channel. But I mean, that's what I'm saying. Like, there's just some videos, man, they hit, and some videos they don't hit now. So I don't know. I'm gonna keep going. Whatever happens. But
well, you know what's cool is I like the thing is you pay attention to what's happening. So at least you could say, okay, this is the best thing I could formulate of what YouTube is doing. It's almost like you're a YouTube historian. You know what I mean? Like you're actually like learning and studying what YouTube is doing. So you could actually say, no, around last year, this is what they was doing, and they changed around this time. And I think that's really cool.
So but I mean, it was killing it for a while. But I mean, if I have to slow down and have some time to, because I mean, it's not like my channel is hurting per se. That one video that's all the way at the top, it got like 20K views in like the past like 4 or 5 days or something like that. And I mean, it got about 700 subscribers. So it's not like my channel is like lacking in like, oh, there's not new people finding your channel. I mean, there's still people finding the channel. It's just not like, you know, I used to make a short and they'd be like 100 subscribers or 15 comments right then and there. But now it's like, wow.
Well, let me ask you this. I know the world is big, right? But do you think, because your channel is primarily about Fortnite, do you think you could be running out of younger audience, like you said, between 7 and 24 years old? You think you could be running out of 7 and 24-year-olds to subscribe to your shorts?
No, what I think is happening is I really do think that YouTube is implementing a new system for shorts. I really do. I think that, because they even told me that in the email. I'll even read you the email that was sent to me. I'll share it on my screen. But basically, I had this long conversation with YouTube support.
Let me know when you share it, and I'll put it up. Oh, well, can you show that?
Yeah, I can show it. Here, give me 1 second. Let's see. I gotta find where.
Damn, you got a lot of shorts.
Yeah.
See why you got 1 million.
All right, so here, I'll share it now. I understand. All right, can you see it? Okay. So basically, they're like, I hope you're doing fine. It was a nice talk the other day. They basically go on to say, looking at your channel's performance, your channel received a lower APV, which is average percentage viewed, which that is not true. I don't even know how they came to that conclusion, because I've looked at it myself, and that's not true. I'll show you what I mean by down there. Compared to the previous period, it's an average percentage of a video that your audience watches per view, which once again is not true. I don't know how they came to this conclusion. But then they were like, they said, when your videos have a higher APV, they'll be recommended more. So I guess I don't know how to fix that, because it was working fine before. But then it says, I know you like to know more, but I do not have the power or authority to provide additional advice or whatever. And then they're like, the YouTube algorithm as recommended system is known for what they watch, what they don't watch, how much time they spend, likes, dislikes, not interested in satisfaction surveys. And then it says, here we go. Also, we're improving in new ways to improve our systems that recommend shorts. There it is right there. They would not have told me this if they did not just fix it, and are committed to improving them over time. So that tells me right there that they literally changed it, and they just cannot tell me in what way they did change it.
Right.
And so it says, we're always trying to find new ways to improve how we rank videos in our recommendations. And when we find an improvement, something that improves the viewer experience, we're confident of the benefit after running detailed experiments. We go forward with the change. So,
yeah.
But anyway,
I don't think they're allowed to tell the actual formula, because then people could crack the code. They want everybody always guessing. What is the YouTube algorithm? How do we get behind it? You know.
And then of course I told them, I was like, I like to dispute this. And then look at these things I'll show you.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. You can't tell me this is not how this is supposed to work. Okay. How are there 709 people that returned to this video, but only 26 new people saw this? See what I'm talking about? That doesn't make any sense, because usually you're supposed to get new viewers and you're supposed to have unique viewers more than you're supposed to have subscribers. See, that's what I'm talking about. And then the same thing with this. There's 4 new viewers over a course of 1, 2, 3, 4 days. And then there is, see, compared to this one that had 2,000 new viewers before the update change. See what I'm talking about? This was before June the 26th. Yeah, June the 26th. So, I mean, there's definitely something that's changed. There's no way that you're telling me, oh, you used to get 2,000 new viewers, but now you're only getting 4 and 26 per short. There's just no way that's
that's crazy, because you're doing your homework. You definitely wrote them and say, hey, listen, here's my graphs and everything. Yep.
So, I mean, we'll see what's happening, because that email was written before that other video took off, but I'll show you this as well, because I wanted to show you something, because a lot of people would like to say over and over again, they like to say the average watch time watched is this and that, but actually I'm coming to the conclusion that it's not that on shorts. It might be that for videos, but that's not true for shorts. Because if you look here, I'll show you in 1 second.
He said, why don't you do stocks with the research? Damn, dude.
I know. I actually did do stocks at one point. I actually earned 2,500, but then I got pulled into Wall Street bets, and that was a horrible idea.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, man, I do tons of research on anything that I do. I'm currently in the stocks. I'm only down $600 right now in terms of the S&P 500, but where do I find where I gotta find where. Oh, here it is.
Rudik said, what's your crypto portfolio?
Dogecoin. That's it. Okay, I'll show you this.
Okay. I appreciate you sharing.
No problem. Okay, so see on this video right here, the one that took off.
Okay.
So this one has an average at the start of it, 154. It finishes with, well, where'd it go? There it goes. It finished with 59%. So, but the video still took off. Somehow. Don't know how. Just randomly, boom. Okay? So you're probably wondering, okay, that makes sense. So with that said, then that would make sense that this video that got 732 views should not have that same thing. All right, let's find out. All right, let's go to here. Oh, look at that. The exact same place that it was in the other video. Well, I can't even. Oh, there it is. Look at that. 156% and finished at 65%. So how does that make sense? That this video actually did better than the other one, yet it never took off.
So it's definitely their push.
It's definitely their push. There's no way. There's no way you're telling me that it's based on average view percentage compared to that. What I just like, and you can't tell me that I'm crazy, because I literally am seeing it on my analytics, unless my analytics are wrong. I mean, that's literally what it's showing me. So, but yeah, I don't actually believe in. I believe a Dogecoin will eventually hit. I believe Bitcoin will eventually hit 100,000, but it won't be till like 2050. I believe that eventually Dogecoin will hit about $1. Won't get to $1, but it'll get close, maybe like 80 cents. So it'll take another run. But
what's Shibu Inu?
That's basically a coin they thought could be Doge, but it never did anything. I mean, it did something for people that got in way at the beginning, but for regular people, no. Like Doge, I saw Doge coming during the time it was 9 cents. I told my friend, I said, if I did not have a family, this is how confident I was, Cowboy. I said, if I did not have a family, I would have put $40,000 in Dogecoin. I was that confident. I was like, I'm going to put all my life savings in Dogecoin because I believe Elon Musk is going to make it that popular. and it ended up getting like 60 cents. So I would have ended up making like gallons of money. I probably would have been over 100,000 by the time it was done. But I was like, man, if I had done that, I would. But of course, there's people out there that I will never understand what the point of anything was for them to even get into stocks and crypto to begin with, because there were people on the news, and there's still people that get on the news today, and they're like, yeah, during Dogecoin, when it took off, when it was like at 50 cents, I had $2 million from a $10,000 investment. I said, so let me get this straight. And they held, they never sold. And I said, let me get this straight. So you put $10,000 in there in like 2018, just because you were like, oh, I hope it takes off. It hits $2 million. And you go, that's not enough.
That's not enough.
What logical person?
Hey, listen, that's crazy. That's gambling, man. that's gambling at its finest. You go to the casino. So I remember when I lived close to AC, Atlantic City, right?
Yeah.
And I remember back in the day, you put your money in and it gave you coins, right? And I would go, I would say, let's say, okay, me and my boys, we're going to gamble. Bro, I'm only spending 100. I'll put $100 bill in. It'll give me 100 coins, right? And let's just say 100 coins. I would take one cup that have my 100 coins and one empty cup. And I would play roulette. I would play slots. And any winnings I get, I put it in the empty cup. When this cup gets to 0, I'm leaving with whatever's in it. I don't care if it's $1, $2, $800. But gamblers that make a lot of money, they will dip back in this cup to try to, you know what I'm saying? So the thing is, that's why they changed it. So now the Atlantic City, you actually put money in, they give you a slip. And a slip, you put in a machine, and you always got to put out a slip. So it won't, and it just keeps the numbers. So it won't give you money back. So you can say, I'm leaving with this. They're smart. Yeah. So for me, I don't even like to gamble, but I don't even mess around, because they don't change the system where it used to work for me, benefit me. Now they make it harder for me, because in order to get money out, you have every single time you play, you have to get the new slip and go all the way over to cash out, and then go back, right, in order to be able to keep your winning. So it's smart on them. Yeah. But yeah, so I get it. Somebody hit 10,000, they put in, get 2 million. They're thinking I might get 4 million. Because when do you get out, right? When do you get out? I know,
but that's crazy thinking.
Like, I know.
If I hit if I hit 100,000 on the Dogecoin thing, I couldn't even see myself I couldn't even see myself not pulling out at that point. I would have actually, if I would have got to 100,000, I would have been like, all right, I'm done. I pull my winnings out. I'm not messing around with thinking to myself, can I get to 1 million? Can I get to 500,000? No, don't play the risky game. You came in with 40,000, go out with 60.
If you can't do what I said, which you got a cup full, empty cup, you got to have a number. You got to say, you know what? When I hit this number, I'm done. And you got to do that. But I want to say what's up. Rude Diggs did come in here. Raven Anime came in. And also David Wilson is in. Guys, we have a friend of the show, Red Giraffe. We're almost done. But he just hit 50,000 subscribers recently. And so it's cool having him come on. As he's going through his journey, he always come on. He gives tips, tricks about YouTube. He's I called him YouTube historian, but he's a YouTube kind of researcher. He just has a big passion for YouTube and how it goes. And he literally told me back in October, I got an ideal how to get like 30 to, I think at the time you said like 25 to 50 subscribers a day. And he done blew that out the water. And so, you know, but again, you got to be passionate, you got to be driven, and you got to follow what you said to the T, but also you're in a certain lane. So it works for you because you're in a certain lane. You know what I mean? So it's smart. So I'm about to start a Fortnite channel, just so you know, Red, and my mission is to be bigger than yours. And I'm going to take your audience, you know.
Okay, gotcha. You do that.
I got to learn how to play first.
Hey, man, I mean, that guy I was telling you about, that Ghost Ninja, bro, he doesn't, dude, every time I watch his stream, I can't even watch his stream for more than 10 minutes because I start yelling at my computer because, dude, he will literally he'll play Zero Build just like I do. And he'll be hitting these shots. And I'm thinking to myself, I'm like, bro, oh my gosh, man, just hit the shots, bro. You've been clickbaiting Fortnite for 6 years, dude. You should know how to play the game. How are you this bad? And he'll lose to bots, Cowboy. He's that bad. And I'm like, I have never in my life seen someone who can have 700 viewers and be this bad at the game. If it is that easy, then I'm just like blown away. Like
You know what's crazy?
A single doubt in my mind.
Somehow, I think there's very entertaining people, right? I see how you interact with your audience. Even my guy Rue Diggs. There's a lot of people that's entertaining. I'll throw myself in there too. We lack discoverability. Somehow we didn't do something that made YouTube say we got to put them on top of the shelf.
Yeah.
Because there's some very entertaining people, man. I watch. I'm like, man, I could see a lot of people watching them. Like, I meet people that say, like, nobody watch my content. No, don't say that. There are people out there that'll watch anything. Dude, when I watch, blew me away. One day, a couple years ago, I stumbled on these live rain videos. Somebody just put a camera up. No one's talking. And it's just people, hundreds of people, just watching it rain. Dude, I'm dead serious.
So strange.
So trust me, there's people out there that watch anything. You just somehow they gotta find you. They just gotta find you.
Although I will say this, like, for example, like you find different things, and a lot of people don't understand this about YouTube, and they try to make it seem. And I'm about to actually blow people's brains with this because, like, I discovered this. I probably didn't mention this last time I was on. I've learned a lot more about YouTube since I've last been on here, and I can tell you one thing.
Okay.
Mr. Beast would like to say in every interview, and I'm not saying that he's a liar, not saying that. I love the man, respect him on what he does, but in every interview he does, he always says one thing. He says, make the best videos possible and make them original. Okay? That first part is fun, but he said make them original. Do you know how many videos that I searched that Mr. Beast did back in the day when he had 100,000 subscribers from that intro series he did? Do you know how many videos I saw he do that I went back and looked 6 years ago and seen, and I said, I just want to see. I'm just very genuinely curious. Is Mr. Beast the first person to do this? No, he wasn't. He wasn't the first person to do it. He wasn't the fourth person to do it. There was tens of 20s of people who have already done this idea, and he just did it because he was more popular than they were. But that's the point, is that you have to take what someone else has done. And just like I told Cowboy all those months ago, you got to take something someone else has done and make it better and do things just like, I mean, you just have to make it happen. I mean, people would like to say that Brett Rivera is one of the worst YouTubers ever because he, quote unquote, steals content from other YouTubers. But at the end of the day, is he still making millions of dollars? Is he still on top of YouTube with 25 million subscribers and still getting new people every day? If he's stealing everybody's content, then he shouldn't be able to get other people to subscribe to him and still keep growing. That's my point. Obviously, he does something that they didn't do. So, I mean, you just really... I mean, obviously, copyright's still a thing, but at the end of the day, you just...
No, trust me. There's sometimes where I watch a video. For instance, my controller's got stick drift. And I was searching, a video. I found this guy video. It's about 6 minutes. Really good video. Like he explained probably 7 different things to do to fix your stick drift. And I was like, that was such a good video. I really was thinking about kind of copying his video. I was like, dude, I might just make a how-to video and just pretty much explain what he explained, but in my own words. I really was thinking about it because he didn't coin the whole, like he didn't patent, what he was telling people to do. And I watched a bunch of videos that told me to do the same thing, but I was like, wow, how-to videos. So I do how-to videos sometimes, but yeah, I mean, I'm sure people out there they see a video and they say, oh, I could do that. And then he do it and it might blow up.
Cowboy,
Diggs.
Dude, did my video like the
your camera like zoomed in?
Why did it do that? I'm so confused. I don't know how to get that.
Yeah, check your let me see. Let me look at I don't think it would be the options on this, but it could be. The options on this, I know if you go to cam options, I think you can zoom in closer. You could even let it show the camera behind. So I don't know if that did it. But yeah, out of nowhere, it just like zoomed in.
Yeah, that was weird. How do I do that on here? Where do I go for that? Where's this video?
Go to the bottom where it should got a little icon next to stop video. And then you can click on that, and then you could click on the camera that you're using.
Here it is. Oh, you know what? I could have been using this the whole time.
Oh wow.
Wow. Okay, there we go. This is strange. Wow, I could have been having a better video the entire time.
Oh yeah,
Sorry,
I like that.
guys. Yeah. Well,
learn something new every day is what they say.
There it is.
I will say this to Rudig. She said when we gonna squat up, dude. I'm taking my wife to dinner in a little bit. But if you want to play Fortnite when this video ends, I'll stick around to play some Fortnite. Even to you too, Red. You guys want to play like a game or two on Fortnite? I'll do that.
Yeah, let me see how much time I have because I got to meet my parents at Texas Roadhouse at like 5.
Ooh, we went to Texas Roadhouse 2 weeks ago for my stepdaughter's graduation.
Nice.
Cool. The fall off the bone ribs. As I always get it, and I get a loaded sweet potato.
I gotcha.
All right, well, let me see. Let me just get the last of everybody's stuff. No, Mr. Urban Roll is talking in different languages. And Neil J is also. Let me see. What does a remix mean for a short?
That means that basically, like, that's kind of a stupid feature. I've actually never seen. I mean,
yeah. Whenever I clicked on it, it said this video didn't have it. So I never understood.
I can't see how it makes sense, but basically what you can do is you can take a video, remix it, and then add music to it. And a bunch of 9-year-olds did it on my video, which I don't understand, like, to the point of the extent of why they did it. But basically, like, you could take, like, let's say that I'm over here talking about the historical system of blah, 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 blah. And then, like, you could put 2, like, sock puppets and be like, blah, 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 blah. And you can, like, remix it with music or something and be, like, funny with it. But I have actually never seen that work. Besides, like, maybe, like, once or twice. But I've never seen it work otherwise. At least for me, I've never seen it. But and there could be people out there that benefit from it. So
it's interesting. Let me see. I'm just getting through these guys speaking in different languages. So they're having their own personal conversation. Not a problem. Not a problem. All right, cool. All right, Red. Well, listen, man, let me pull up your channel again and actually put it out again. Anybody who is interested is welcome and should check you out. But here's Red Giraffe's channel. I will post it. Whoops. I'll put up the Windows video. I'm loving this. Yeah, I think I will make a review for this this keyboard. I like it. I like that the buttons are big. Yeah, it might be real quick. Guys, check out Red Giraffe right there. So, Red, anything else, man?
I think that's it.
Yeah. Well, good. So, when should we meet again, man? When you hit 75K?
Maybe. I mean, I don't know how long that would be. Unfortunately, I don't know. See, like, it's always these shorts, man. I wish they could just continue to do what they were doing, but it's whatever. I'm gonna attempt to do a different strategy.
But here's what's cool: you jumped on it when you did. That's cool, man.
Yeah.
You know.
So I mean, at least to say this, I don't regret doing shorts, even if like this is the end of like me getting the views and stuff. I don't regret doing shorts because without shorts, there's a very high chance that like from those 25 people that are in my live stream, 10 of them came from shorts. So I mean, even if I had never get any more views on shorts or do any of this, I mean, at least I got 10 people to come to the live stream and have fun doing what they're doing. So.
And do those guys, those like 25 people, they like whenever you go live, they mainly come back?
Yeah, for the most part. I mean, there's a few people that from shorts that they just don't watch live streams that much, but it comes and goes. So
that's cool. Yeah, it's that. Listen, at the end of the day, it's experience, it's a journey. What you gained was knowledge, and you'd also made some money along the way as well. So, good stuff, you know. And also, like, I remember a friend of mine who went to high school. He never made any money on YouTube, but remember, well, I know you joined YouTube 2021, right? But if you go back like 10 years ago, no, longer than that, because I didn't have a chat. So 15, 16 years ago, his channel right now got like 11,000 subscribers, but from way back when, because that was back when anybody, like YouTube was like kind of new. So anybody just made a channel and just, I don't know if YouTube just threw people on your channel. I don't understand how it went. Even the content he had, like, but he barely have any views. but he got all these subscribers, right?
Mm-hmm.
So, you know, there's people back then that there was a system and then it blew people up, blah, blah, blah. So you never know how things happen and things change. Obviously, they changed the way things went for him and they changed, you know, so it's like just following the trends, following what happens, but you actually took advantage of it. Yeah. So not many people get to say that. Like you said about the lady who went from $10,000 to $2 million. I mean, unfortunately, she didn't cash out.
Yeah.
But she get to say like, oh, wow, I was a part of that trend.
Yep.
Yeah, good stuff.
All right. Well, it's been fun, Cowboy.
Definitely, man. As usual, I want to thank you for coming by. Thank you for all the info you gave us. Thank you for all the knowledge you bestowed on us. I want to thank all the people who was a part of the comment section. They always give us new things to bring up. I want to thank also FCAT. He came on earlier, had a bunch of good topics that we talked about with gaming and non-gaming. Good stuff. And yeah, so that's about it. Neil J, man, I'm glad that you got to be a part of the stream live because I know you watch the stuff later on. And Mr. Overall, I'm glad you was in here at the very end. My guy Rude Diggs. Rude Diggs, if you want to play, hit me up and I'll jump on and play at least a game or two. And that'd be cool. But with that being said, Red Giraffe and I are about to be out of the building. Oh, yeah, definitely, Neil. And so with that being said, happy 4th to everybody. And Red, there's one last thing I like to say before I close the show out. Do you know what it is?
And now your mama knows?
There you have it.
I'll make you famous.
Because I'm a cowboy! Oh, man!
And now your mama knows.
Bruce, unleash the baby god dragon!